Good evening, good evening, good evening. No, is it still on?
Yeah,
Yes,
I think
it is still on.
Yeah.
All right, good evening, and welcome to the Garena Premier League. I'm Fish, and I'm here with Darren today. And we've got two really exciting matches coming up for you today. First up, we got the Saigon Jokers going up against SGS. So, Darren, what do you think about that matchup today?
Yeah, I would say SAJ and SGS, they are currently the loggerheads in the GPL. After SGS lost to SAJ in the Season 2 qualifiers, they just became nemesis straight off the bat.
Yeah, so I reckon it's going to be kind of a grudge match as well. SGS going to maybe want to take some revenge out on Saigon Jokers today, show them who are the who are the real bosses of GPL at the moment. So, right after SGS against SAJ, we do have another match coming up. If I'm not mistaken, it is the Bangkok Titans against the Manila Eagles. Yes. So, what do you think about that matchup coming up today?
I would say it would be pretty much a balanced match, but in the end, because of track record, MLE, I would still say would come out ahead.
Yeah, Bangkok Titans haven't managed to actually take a single game so far in the Garena Premier League. But go ahead.
Yeah, I wouldn't like to deny BKT though, but I would say that BKT has improved quite a lot over the season. So they might actually stand a chance of winning a single game in the league in, I would say, a few weeks' time. How long do you think they will take to win their first game?
Well, hopefully we see that tonight. Maybe Bangkok Titans will finally take their first game. And actually, recently they did play a game against, if I'm not mistaken, SGS, and they had a pretty good game, actually. And they came pretty close to taking it, but SGS did end up winning in the end.
Yeah, SGS just has so much mechanical skills in all their players. And currently, SGS, I would say, their mechanical skills is still pretty decent. And compared to the standard that they were over the past few months. But the only flaw is, I would say, their weakness in their team fights. What do you think about that?
I'll have to agree somewhat there, but still, compared to the Bangkok Titans, I still think SGS a bit more stronger than them at the moment. But it is true to say that the mechanical skills are one of the best in the Garena Premier League at the moment. So, if I'm not mistaken, we are going to go into Champion Select really soon. But before that, we have some announcements to make. First off, Gia Carnival will be unfortunately postponed to the 24th and 25th of November. This is due to the fact that the Garena Stadium does need a bit more preparation. If you're watching the stream yesterday, we did see quite a lot of feedback coming from the mics. There was smoke going off in the middle of the games. There's alarms going off behind us throughout the entire games. We don't know what's going on. So, yes, there's going to be a bit more of preparation needed for this stadium. It's unfortunate, and we do apologize for that, but it has to happen. So, it will be on 24th, 25th of November. And Garena, being the awesome people that they are, they're actually going to give rewards out to all the different games that they provide, such as On, League of Legends,
and Blackshot.
Yeah, so what do you think of that?
I think it's great, because a lot of people, I would say, have anticipated for this event for so many months, they have announced it about a month or two back, and suddenly just postpone it. A lot of players will be very disappointed, and Garena, being the team players being the community lovers that they are just going to give reward after reward for any mistake that they make. So that's community effort right there.
All right, enough about that. We are in Team Select at the moment. Saigon Jokers having first ban and first pick against SGS. And we do see Gragas getting banned and Rengar straight back at them from SGS. It does seem like they're targeting that Gragas ban at Chowie at the moment, who has been really strong with him. Actually, his #2 most played champion in his solo queue games.
And his first being?
His first is actually Ezreal.
Surprise. Yes. Oh, yes, because he was playing AD before this.
Yeah, we do know that SGS, they have changed up the lineup a bit. So even today, I still do not know where each and every one of their players are going. I was so used to seeing Equivocal on top, on support. Sorry, I saw him on top lane recently, and I was pretty surprised myself.
And I would say, I am not surprised that Choi is the AP champion, because what made Choi famous in our server is actually his AP carry. There was this match like a few years ago where Choi was playing Lux, and he was in the same team as Radeon 670. I wonder if you guys have heard of him before, but they were all in the same team, and the entire team was feeding, and Lux was the only one who was actually dominating the game and keeping them in the game, although they lost in the end. But you can see that Choi's mechanical skills in the AP is just insane, spot on. The snares are all perfect. The timing of the outs are just wow, I'll just say insane.
Yeah, I do actually remember seeing that match that you mentioned. It was the first time I saw Chawi in action, and wow, his mechanical skills were absolutely devastating. And meanwhile, in the Champions League, we do have Malphite being banned by SAJ. Alistar also banned too. Very common bans here, both of those big AoE knockups. You see Shen and Karthus taken away from SGS. Those two champions are really good global ultimates that help their team and have this really big presence no matter where they are on the map, able to contribute to their team no matter where they are. We do see SAJ Junie taking up Morgana, who was not banned for this game. We might see, if I'm not wrong, Nixwater playing her in the middle, maybe using those crazy teleport combos, and we do see SGS picking up Ezreal and Hallelujah picking up his favorite jungler, Lee Sin there.
Wow, and I'm surprised Hallelujah actually went back to the jungle, because there was a period of time where they sent him to top. And so who's going to be their top laner now?
If I'm not mistaken, Equivocal is their top laner at the moment with Darkness on support and Lifer as the AD, while Chawi is mid lane. But I have been wrong so many times after they changed their lineup, so I really do not know where they're going. And meanwhile, we do see Saigon Jokers picking up Maokai as their junglers, so it seems, and also QTB picking up Jace for his team.
Yeah, I would say definitely Maokai. SAJ has been doing really, really well with Maokai, and not to mention Maokai in itself is a really, really strong champion with that really strong early game gank engaging capabilities, and his late game, he skills so well into the late game. His ult is just game changing.
Yes, he sure does. With that 20% reduction to damage dealt in his AoE ult, it is actually a pretty great late game champion. It's as if you're taking away 1/5 of the, well, not 1/5, you're taking away one champion away from the enemy team who's dealing damage. And although Maokai does not have that really good invade, and he doesn't have a really good skill set to invade the enemy jungle, he does have great clear times, and as you said, his ganking is absolutely fantastic, and his transition is one of the best in the jungle right now. Meanwhile, we see Life4 picking up Orianna for his team, and Equivocal picking up Cho'Gath, something I have not seen quite recently.
Cho'Gath, considering SGS have liked to play the run-in and Orianna out combo with champions like Rengar or Shyvana, this is pretty surprising to see that they actually go for a Cho'Gath, so they're actually probably gonna go for letting Hallelujah engage into the Shockwave.
Yes, that could actually be one of the things, putting the Orianna ball onto our Hallelujah, allowing him to jump into the opposing team, use that Shockwave to grab them all together and decimate them from there. But I have talked to Chawi recently, and he seems to have this thing with Life4 where he puts the ball into the AD carry, and the AD carry jumps in. We casted a few games where we saw Life4's Corki jumping in with the Orianna ball. So he's not playing Corki today, it's only Ezreal with a short range flash, which is actually longer than flash itself, but maybe we could see that today as well. I'd be quite happy if I do see that actually.
Yeah, and I would say in that game where you mentioned, was it because Corki, the team of SGS was really way overfarmed as compared to the enemies?
Oh, it's a bit of both. Shyvana didn't have her ult, but SGS were quite ahead of their enemies, so I could say it was kind of okay, let's do this.
In terms of goal, let's say the goal, because I didn't watch that match, the goal advantage, what was it roughly like?
It was about 5-6k at the time. But they were winning the team fight, so it was kind of a non-risky, but still a good move to do at the same time. Meanwhile, last pick for SGS coming up. Looks like they still have not picked their...
there we go. That is the champion we are talking about. The champion that can jump in and just let Orianna devastate the entire enemy team.
And there we go. Also, that AoE ultimate from Leona gonna allow Orianna to actually use her command attack to maybe initiate as well. And meanwhile, for SAJ, we do see their bottom lane was picked up as well. It was Nunu and Caitlyn as well.
Nunu and Caitlyn.
Nunu Caitlyn against Leona Ezreal.
Leona Ezreal, I would say if they are able to catch the Caitlyn, bottom lane would come out ahead. What do you think about that?
I do think, Caitlyn hasn't been played a lot recently. She's been over as the best, well, not the best, but one of the major ADs in bottom lane by heroes such as Ezreal, Corki, and Graves, who have all been actually nerfed pretty hard as of late. We have seen a little bit of Caitlyn being pulled back into the meta with very good push strats coming out from the Koreans, really good strategies coming out from SGS. Actually used them against Saigon Jokers recently in mid lane, but wasn't so successful.
It was in the season 2, right?
Yes, it was. But with Nunu as Caitlyn's support, it will allow Caitlyn to scale really well into the late game, regardless of what happens, due to the fact he'll give enough attack speed at level 9 to actually match a Phantom Dancer. No critical strike, but that movement speed and attack speed are actually pretty devastating.
Yeah, but I would say there is one problem with having Caitlyn, is that you kind of lose the potential, because if you blood boil a Caitlyn, she stays probably the same strength as another AD carry in the late game. But if you use that Blood Boy on a really already very strong AD champion, it just steroids him throughout the entire game.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's the trade-off.
It sure does. So let's see if SAJ Archie can actually pick up a few early kills, maybe a bit more CS. Maybe that extra Blood Boy will help him transition even further into the late game, pulling him even further ahead. And meanwhile, let's have a look at the runes and masteries at the moment.
Sure.
And I'm actually quite interested to see what Chowie has picked up on Oriana, because he has used hybrid marks before in some of his AP champions.
Look at that. He has picked clans.
He has taken clans. Something
pretty unorthodox.
We have seen Ocelot made that popular on Oriana, but it is still pretty unorthodox. Not many people do pick that up still. So let's have a look at his runes and masteries, and let's go for the runes first. And we do see he is using the Wakaka runes. Having 9 magic penetration with the 2 on the blue, mana regen per 5 as yellows, ability power flat on his quints, and we do have magic resist flat on his blues as well.
Going for a very early game dominance kind of build, I would say.
Yes, he does look like he is. And for his masteries, he's going for the typical 2109 pickup. He does have some points here in the demolitionist, something I don't usually see. And instead of getting the ability power mental force, he has gone for brutal force.
This in the recent tournaments that we have seen, a lot of the pro players actually prefer to pump the attack damage over the ability power, because if you think about it, for ability power, how much does it add to your spells effectively? It's like if you cast Fall Spell, it pretty much only adds 1 damage.
Yes, that is pretty true, and that extra AD might also help with the last hitting in lane, giving them a bit more gold to play with. So let's have a look at maybe Archie's runes for at the moment.
Because Archie definitely, I would say, the playmaker in SAJ. We have seen him in Season 2. He was the one who carried the entire team.
Yes, he sure is. And yesterday when we did cast him, he did actually forget where his base was a few times. So
I saw that part.
Hopefully he does remember this time. And looks like he's going for a really typical AD rune page with 16 physical damage, even having 1 in the blues to get that 16 instead of just having 15. Armor yellows and magic resist blues. And for his masteries, he's going for 17-13 on his masteries. This is not something we usually see in
I would say
AD champions.
Yeah, but there was a period of time I was actually playing this build. Is very, very good. Made popular by TPA. I actually followed one of their AD's build. He played Ezreal and he pumped these around the same mastery tree of 17-13 because of the reduced creep damage from the defense tree. So it allows, especially when Caitlyn is a champion, as you said, a champion that pokes really, really well, maximizing that poke capabilities just makes her so much stronger in the lane.
Yeah, and that does make sense against an Ezreal. Caitlyn will not be able to win those one-on-one trades with Ezreal.
Yeah, with the creeps hitting her, she wouldn't be able to win, but if she is able to negate most of the creep damage, she might just come out ahead.
That is true. So that makes Caitlyn's poke in lane with her already longer than usual range at level 1 compared to most ADs. That makes her range and poke ability, she'd be able to poke in quickly against Ezreal, come back out, only taking minimal damage from creeps. But I do feel that SGS do have that really strong engage at bottom lane, and they won't be able to win an all-out fight.
Yeah, that's true.
They do have Ezreal's Mystic Shot, which allows to reduce attack speed coming from Caitlyn, and they do have the really hard...
Attack speed is Essence Flux.
Essence Flux. That is right. Thank you for correcting me there.
But recent days, have you actually seen Ezreal prefer maxing Q or maxing W?
I have seen a bit of both, and I did see a stream with Afromoo where he did talk about which he does max. Recently, due to the nerf on Essence Flux, whereby the hitbox range got a bit smaller and a bit more...
damage, and the mana cost increased as well.
Mana cost increased, damage got reduced as well. Actually, before, in the old meta, they never used to put any skills, any points into Mystic Shot.
They actually put 1 point, I think.
1 point, and then the rest into even Arcane Shift. Due to the decreased cooldown and more damage, if I'm not mistaken.
And the skill order would be W1 into Q, then they will max their Arcane Shift, and finally max Q.
Yes, they sure would. And this was due to the fact that they thought it was too mana hungry, but when they found out the great deal it did,
poke potential,
the engage potential, reducing the attack speed, they started maxing that. So Afromoo did state he would actually max his Q if he was winning the lane really hard early, and max his W if he had to really play the lane cautiously, and then also have to rely on poke. So normally max W if he's winning max Q, and we are in game at the moment, and we do see they went shoot shoe shopping. We do see 9 boots taken out.
Wow, and there is the beautiful order of boots on the left side and the right side.
Yes, the beautiful, beautiful order, only with the Yeti not taking any boots today.
Well, he is the support of the year, Leona, going for the boots and 2. Wow, if she gets poked, and then she will be in trouble, I would say.
Yeah, and against such a comp, oh
Here
no,
we
Archie's gonna get caught
Archie!
here. Equivocal goes in, nice snare there. Oh, he does get it. Hallelujah jumps over, gets first blood. First blood going to Equivocal there with the Ignite taking that out.
And that was a fail flash by Caitlyn.
It sure was a fail flash. She flashed after Hallelujah. Hallelujah smartly there did not actually prop the second point of his Q so that he did not jump too early. He actually waited for Caitlyn to flash and then used it. So smart play there by Hallelujah.
And there is Hallelujah for you, one of the best players in SGS, in my personal opinion.
Yep, one of the best players there. And as I said earlier, Archie forgetting where his base was there. He did not get to the tri-brush in time. SGS got there first and managed to pick up first blood there.
And that is the thing. A lot of players actually take their time to buy items, forgetting the fact that if the enemy is able to buy their items quicker than you, they will get the advantage in terms of positioning, especially in the level 1 fights, where if you get caught out, it probably will spell death or a burning of 5 or 4 flashes there.
Yes, it does. And in that case, Archie had to burn both his flash and heal, and he still died in the end to the Ignite placed down by Equivocal. And no summoners except for the Ignite on Equivocal taken away from SGS. So we do see SAJ Violet picking up his blue buff, a really standard route for Maokai here, while Hallelujah does seem like he's going to get a nice big leash from Chawi and Equivocal here, and he's going to take off his red buff.
Yep, and Hallelujah just as you were saying, picking a red buff. And they are going into the laning phase as per normal. No lane swaps, which is, I kind of miss this kind of situations, don't you?
Yes, I sure do. The old meta where top goes top, mid goes mid, bot goes bot. No switching, just there. Pure skill, hotshot GG style, push top lane all the way, and that's that.
And that is why Hotshot GG hasn't been winning tournaments.
That is true. We do see QTV putting down quite a bit of damage on Equivocal here. Equivocal did miss his Q there, so as QTV, he does get the Q off there. Ignite goes on Equivocal, but QTV does pick that up, and I think it was actually a pretty bad engage from Equivocal there. He missed his first Q. He should have backed off there. He did not have Ignite from when he got first blood. So great play there by QTV picking up the kill on Equivocal there.
But I would say once Cho'Gath hits around level 7, the lane will be really, really stale.
Yes, it sure will be. Cho'Gath is one of those people who just farms and farms and farms and farms. And actually, we've seen that from the old school metas we were talking before, Hotshot GG making that popular. So yeah, once he does hit that peak level, as you said, he will just be able to sit in lane and farm.
Even if you push him all the way to the tower, 2 spells. 2 spells is all you need to clear the entire wave.
Sure it is. And this is interesting by SAJ. Back there, we did see Archie picking up the double golems there. We normally only see AD and supports pick that up at the start of the game, but surprisingly, they have actually gone back to do that while their lane is pushed.
Which is, I would say, if you look at the positioning of the creeps, it might be a wise choice, because if they aren't in lane, even if they lose a few creeps, they will be able to make up the goal in terms of the golem, and the lane will be pushed in a way. And top lane, Equivocal just gonna struggle, being that 1 kill just got him way under level.
Yeah, it sure did. Losing that first few levels of farm, and at level 1 without any creeps taken did put him back quite a bit, allowed QTV to push to the tower, deny Equivocal those creeps. Meanwhile, we do see Nyx Warder popping down his W onto creeps, getting back that small spell regen, pushing the lane a bit more, but still, we still see Chawi actually pushing back to Morgana. Which is
Choi, which is Choi, I would say is probably the best player in the GPL, even better than TPAs. Oh, here we go, a little engage going on. Oh, QTV here, gonna get caught out, missing the resonance strike. Good juke by QTV there, and as Hallelujah just gonna waste a bit of his time. He might be camping in the bush to try and go for a re-engage. Pings has been going down, I think. Archie here getting caught out. Nice arcane shift by Ezreal, gonna chase up to Archie. Archie here not looking good. 1 slash from Darkness is just gonna secure the kill.
Yeah, Darkness picking that up with his big sword there, just saying, no, you are not getting away, Archie. And earlier we did see a bit of a misplay by Hallelujah there. Equivocal baited it out, said I'm low, but I'm still going for you, trying to get some damage. QTV did not react to that in time. He did get hit by Cho'Gath's Q there, but Hallelujah missed his Tempest Cripple, something you need to be close range to use, and then he did miss his Resonating Strike following up with the damage. So bit of a misplay there by Hallelujah, burning his own flash, burning the Ignite from Equivocal once again. QTV only had to blow his Ignite just to jump away, knocked them back, and was safely out of there.
I think QTV did burn his flash as well. Yeah, he did.
Yep, he sure did.
So if Hallelujah comes up for a counter gang without him having a ward, yeah, he does have a ward. So coming for another gang might be a little tough for Hallelujah.
But we do see Hallelujah might be sneaking up into those top rushes there.
Yeah.
He might be trying to outsmart QTV here, saying, this time round, I'm going to get you with these spells. We do see him camped into this brush here.
Yeah, if you can gang by the lane, go by the bush.
Yes, he looks like he is going by the bush here. Equivocal and Hallelujah waiting to see what happens. Meanwhile, we've actually switched back to Chowie. Oh no, QTV has actually placed the ward down at Tri-Brush. He is going on to Equivocal. But Hallelujah is not in the brush there. So he's only in the first brush, so we do not know. And meanwhile, we just see Violet trying to come down for this gank at bottom lane is unsuccessful. Spotted by the ward placed by SGS in the second brush. Hallelujah is actually wasting quite a bit of time, but QTV does jump out to Equivocal. Misses the resonating strike.
Once again.
No damage going out there.
Yeah, Hallelujah wasted a lot of time, so I'm not sure if that was worth it, but his jungle is pretty cleared, so it was pretty alright there. And Hallelujah just gonna swing to mid, might be singing a gank. Nope, gonna go for his race, which is pretty uncommon because in SGS strat, I do like to see a lot of the times they actually let their AP take the race.
Yeah, that is actually true. We do see a lot of APs, and actually there is a famous rivalry between M5's what's his name? M5, the mid lane for M5. Ooh,
I can't remember as well.
It's on the tip of my tongue, but I just can't get it. I know every single other player right now, but just not him for some reason. But anyway, the mid lane between M5 and CLG EU, Froggen, they do have a common rivalry where before the game they do state, I am going to get more wraiths than you this time. So you do see the mid laners actually trying to get as many wraiths as they can during the game itself. And we do see QTV putting on some damage on Equivocal here. Morgana and Violet on Maokai actually trying to see if they could invade onto Lee Sin here. They decide to back off. Morgana puts down some more gooey oil onto the ground.
Desecrated soil.
Yeah, desecrated soil, also known as the gooey oil.
The gooey oil. Yeah, he kind of looks like crude oil.
Yeah, it just looks like he spilled a barrel of oil over the place. Beep oil, not really happy with that. Judy putting down some.
Wow, there we go. The range abuse by Archie. Just going to poke life for it. Without darkness going in, it's just going to be a little bit hard to farm here.
Yeah, we did see there one Essence Flux and Mystic Shot. Due to those masteries Archie took, he was tanking minions and damage from life for, but still came out on top on that trade there.
And here we go, little poke going down, really going up front. And the thing is, he was a bit brave there for Archie. I would say a little bit of a bad move because if darkness actually catches him out, it would spell at least death or half-life gone. Yeah, that is true. As we were talking about before, SGS do have that better engage at bottom lane, but we have seen excellent poke coming out from Archie. Wow, right sad Equivocal. Sad Equivocal. Yeah, using that rapture, not getting the truck. He is not getting anyone there. Meanwhile, we do see life for and Archie, there we go. Archie picking up the golems there. So this time, instead of seeing the mid lanes going for a race, it does look like he is going, the bottom lane's going for as many goals. Oh, here we go. Hits the Q there. Hallelujah coming in. Violet coming in for the counter guy. Does snare. Does get down on Hallelujah. He does cancel the resonating strike halfway through air with his knockback. Equivocal does chase on the QTB. Might have just enough mana. Does hit QTB with that Q there. Gets a few more shots off. Nice. Does take down QTB. But we do see Violet coming back. We do see Morgana also going back up. And we might actually jump back up there. Equivocal getting chased down by Violet. He does get kicked away by Lee Sin. We do see Nyx Water coming out. They might actually go for a tower dive here. We do see Chowie coming up from behind as well. Violet chasing past the first tower. Hallelujah does jump to a creep. Equivocal's in a tough spot, but no, they just decide to back out. Because Oriana is already in the corner. Good response by Choi. They're just going to go in and deter the enemy from pushing in. But I would say even if they chase, they wouldn't be able to get a kill. SGS, being smart as they are, ran all the way into their second turret safety. Yes, great play by both teams. We did see Equivocal picked up that kill right there, managed to chase far enough to get the kill and back out just in time to stop the gank from Violet and Nyx Water coming out. Great play by Chowie also coming up to following Nyx Water into the top lane, denying him the ability to push any further and tower dive any further to get the kill onto SGS up there. Sorry. Yeah, and looking at the farm, Choi. The junglers are pretty equal, and in terms of the AD farm, wow, Caitlyn, despite going back a lot of time to take the golem, is still able to keep up in terms of CS, and she might be higher in gold. She has 2 kills. And we do see Darkness just missed that Xenoblade there. They're going to jump on Junie instead. Does get taken out by the trap. Life4 taking a lot of damage. Archie. Chowie comes in, puts in that shockwave. All comes out from Life4, getting a lot of damage from the SAJ Archie. Archie might go down here to Darkness, but does not. Hallelujah gets the kill onto Junie there. Nyx Water tries to come in, but is
is not able to do anything. Darkness in a bit of trouble, still trying to take down Archie. Nick's Water is not able to do anything to help his team. Hallelujah getting 2 kills. He might be going to does get 3 kills. Triple kill pick up Hallelujah. Excellent knock back there by Hallelujah. And that was excellent play by Hallelujah there. Picking up 2 kills at the start, comes back to kick Nick's Water away from his ultimate and shields Chowie from the binding as well.
Yeah, those were the plays, man. These are the plays that SGS needs to come out ahead in this game. It was pretty equal until the bottom lane clash, and now it brings the score all the way to 2-6 and the goal advantage to around 2K.
Yes, it sure was, and I have to give a bit of credit to Archie that he did do the right thing, but it was the wrong place to do it. When the enemy jungle, SGS, Hallelujah, Life for Life for, and even Darkness jumped onto Nunu, Junie playing Nunu there, he did stick around and try to poke back Life for Life for, actually making him arcane shift back into the brush, getting stunned by a cupcake there. The cupcake famous traps by Caitlyn there, but unfortunately the rest of SGS did come down. Chowie came down and didn't manage to get that shockwave off.
But now SAJ is going to attempt a dragon here. Violet here getting a bit low. I'm not too sure if they're able to take it. Oh wow, okay, the AD carriers here, they should be able to pick it up, and wow, no response at all from SGS. They have no idea that this is going on.
No response.
Great Dragon
in the area either. So Dragon taken down at 11 minutes. We'll see that coming back at roughly 17:20 there.
Yep, 6 minutes respawn timer. Equivocal still having the farm time of his life. He is at the stage where he will be able to steal the lane. And Caitlyn doing what she does best, picking up the golems and killing them pretty fast actually.
Yeah, she sure was. And Junie, we've seen Archie and Junie actually take majority of the golems this game. I don't think Violet got many opportunities to take them. And actually, it is very good for Maokai, since normally bruiser junglers such as Lee Sin are the ones that are great at taking double golems since they have quite high health. And AoE clear junglers such as Maokai have an easier time taking the smaller camps such as Wraiths and Wolves. And we do see Life for Life for here, getting some damage onto the tower. And in case anyone was wondering, back home we do see Life for Life for maxing his Mystic Shot there instead of the not Mystic Shot,
Essence Blast.
Essence Blast. My goodness, I'm about to call Arcane as well.
Well, it happens sometimes. Like we get tired and our brain kind of screws us here and there. But yeah, he is gonna max his Essence Flux first. I almost said Mystic Shot as well.
You almost said Arcane Shift and then Mystic. Mystic Shot too.
Yeah, then finally you got it right with Essence Flux.
And then finally, well, better right than not.
And yeah, so it just comes to show that Essence Flux is still viable. Even after Junie here getting poked a little bit, but aiming Nunu isn't really the right choice, deciding to back out. Great choice. Oh, Hallelujah going in, but misses the Rupture there.
Yes, Equivocal does miss the Rupture onto QTB. Hallelujah comes in for the gang, does scare QTB off a bit, puts a bit more lane presence down at the top, making him a bit more scared. Still overall worth it as long as he didn't have to clear too many camps. He might be actually heading down to his red here. Meanwhile, we do see Violet donating blue to Nick's Quarter as a Seaman. Archie and Junie taking more double golems there.
And you need to notice one thing is, despite so many of his jungle being taken, Maokai CS is still matching up to Hallelujah, so that's not really a good sign. But Hallelujah has 3 kills and is able to, he would be very much up in items here. He might have, let's see how much gold he has sitting in his bank. 400 gold, I was expecting a bit more.
Yes, 400 gold in his bank, but 3,500 used already. And actually, that's put him 1,000 gold ahead of Maokai with just those 3 kills, those amazing kicks and resonating strikes coming up from Hallelujah there. Meanwhile, we see Equivocal lands the Rupture. Hallelujah does get onto QTB here. He is definitely going to be taken down here. QTB tries to make some saving grace and take Equivocal as low as he can, but no cigar there for QTB there. We do see Junie and Archie putting down a bit more damage of the Life for Life for, not able to get too much out, but managed to push them back even further.
And we have a jungler versus jungler here. Violet here a little bit under itemized. So, oh, here we go, engage on Archie, and the nice out by Ezreal. Heal goes down, and Archie here getting really low. Absolute Zero goes down. Gonna try and deter Life for from going onwards, but doesn't really help much. And Junie here gonna be forced back all the way into the tower.
Yeah, we did see, as we were talking before, that excellent bottom lane engage with Leona and Ezreal. They were able to absolutely shut down Caitlyn with that stun lock, the Zenith Blade, the stun coming out, the Solar Flare coming out to keep her there even further. Even if I'm not mistaken, yes, the exhaust was also popped on top of Caitlyn there. So she was locked down for such a great period of time. Nice kickback there by Hallelujah. Nick's Water just comes in and puts on his ultimate onto both of them. He's trying to take them down.
By Chowie.
Great chance by Chowie, and Hallelujah able to take up the kill there after some poke going up for Chowie. So great use of cleanse there, and we do see why he has taken it now.
And this is a Captain Jack moment.
Yes, it is a Captain Jack moment.
That instant CC removal.
no CC allowed to go on to my champion today.
And Hallelujah here just gonna be a nice guy and give Choi the blue buff.
Yeah, Hallelujah. Let's have a look at how much gold he has now. He's
wow,
to 4,500.
As a jungler,
almost a good 2k gold lead onto the enemy jungler Maokai at the moment. And we do see SGS with their 7 kill advantage and 1 tower. They do have approximately 3k gold up ahead of SAJ at the moment.
Yeah, but now the question of the day is, can SGS maintain this streak? Because remember in the match with KLH, SGS kind of got really far ahead in terms against KLH. I think it was up to 5k, but they lost it all in all the team fights.
Yes, it sure was, and giving Golden that quadra kill at Baron the last moment was the kind of allowing him you allowed Golden to go back by Azonia straight away on Carter. So it was kind of the turning point. Equivocal lands another nice rupture there on QTV. Good silence coming up. Hallelujah comes up, does miss the Tempest. No, he does not actually. He lands the Tempest there. And a nice resonating strike there, but this time he does nicely that kill to Equivocal. Yeah. Or QTV getting a lot of ganks coming out from Hallelujah here. Successful or not,
Hallelujah.
It has put a lot of presence onto the top lane here, making him think twice before he decides what to do.
Yeah, Hallelujah definitely not liking the top lane for SAJ here. I wonder what happened in do they have like a nemesis going on? As in, why is he getting top so much?
I think they have a nemesis against SAJ in general after they did knock them out of that Season 2 finals. So maybe this is his payback. Hallelujah being really mean to QTV. Might be the form. And look at that. We do see Life for denying the double golems from SAJ Archie. But they might actually pick it up instead. They decide to back off. Archie does pick that up. So even more golems going down to SAJ there.
Sad Life for is kind of sad.
Yeah, he must be really sad.
Junie does not go in. What a waste there. They might have been able to take Junie out. And Junie, being the persevering king that he is gonna ward that spot again. No, he's just gonna petrol there. Equivocal being so huge right now. He is the size of, I would say, Optimus Prime.
Yeah, he sure is. Imagine that of Lulu on the team made him even bigger. Would have been absolutely devastating. Darkness coming in gets the stun onto Junie. Bad decision there. SAJ Violet is there. Life for trying to put down as much damage as he can while his support's being focused. Does manage to get Violet down really low, but Junie does pick up the kill on Darkness, and Life for has put himself in a bad position. Does not manage to get it on Junie. Great flash going out there by Junie. Saves his life, jumps into the brush. Life will ever try to make the best out of the situation, almost picking up 2 kills, but was not able to pick up anything. 2 kills for SAJ, bringing them closer back into the lead.
And now you can see the Caitlyn is finally sitting on 1 kill, but the only downside is that her goal score has reset. But SGS here going to respond with a dragon on their own very quickly, realizing how bad it was to lose the first one, as they are titled Dovakin in the NA servers.
Yes, they sure are. And Equivocal with that consume sort of ultimate, whereby he is able to do 1,000 true damage.
Even more than Smite.
Even more than Smite, and it does scale on his ability power if he builds any, but I do not think he has at the moment. He has built that standard, well, not so standard, but Frozen Heart. Wow, and actually a Phage going down.
Which is very, very interesting.
Yes, it sure is. We do see Frozen Heart picked up on Cho'Gath quite a lot for that excellent armor, reduced attack speed, and even to give that cooldown reduction, but I have not seen a Phage onto Cho'Gath at all recently.
And now the question is Trinity Force or Frozen Mallet?
Yes, Trinity Force or Frozen Mallet, both going to be quite some devastating slows. One more damage than the other, one more slow than the other.
And Hallelujah here gonna pick up the red buff, and Darkness, after losing the Oracle, painful on his income, is just gonna pick up another one like the true support he is, and a very fast blue gonna be given to Morgana there. And they are just gonna go, we see pings going down. Nunu here might get caught. Nope, does not get caught. Archie gonna push all the way mid. And the damage from Choi is just so high. Yes, the damage from Choi is really high. Getting Archie down to half health. Darkness comes in here, tries to get the engage on next quarter. Nice spell shield there going on next quarter. They knock Junie back. Solar Flare goes out there. Next quarter does get excellent. By Chowie there, pulling next quarter back. Junie's getting really low. Does get taken down by Hallelujah and Life Force combined. So great engage by horrible positioning by SAJ, I would say. Yes, it was. They were pushing the tower a bit too hard. GPV tries to go back the sneaky way, realizes he'll die if he does. Actually, he's still trying to get back. Ooh, that was close. Zenith Blade just missing Archie there. Hallelujah does get the resonating strike, but QTV just knocks him back and say, nope, not today. And SGS do pick up that mid turret. I can touch this MC hammer. Yes, his MC hammer. You cannot touch this today. And alright, SGS here just gonna restock. I would say they are pretty much ahead in gold, and a lot of the gold is actually sitting in their inventory right now. Going back to pick up all the items will just bring them so much far ahead. It's sitting on a 6k gold lead now, which is pretty safe for SGS.
Yes, it sure is. And interesting to note that SAJ have gone for a double AD sort of comp here. We have a Bloodthirster on Jace and an IE on Caitlyn. And meanwhile, after those recent nerfs to Abyssal, we haven't seen it picked up that much lately by AP champions. But we do see
those
that
melee ones.
Yes, the melee AP champions such as Galio, melee
and Diana.
And Diana, yes. But Morgana has picked up the Abyssal Scepter. Even though she is in the middle of the team most of the time, it is still an uncommon item for her.
But I would, in his defense, I would say it's still pretty decent because Morgana requires to be in around mid-range to kind of like hit her out. So yeah.
Yes, she sure does. She needs to be in the middle of that team. Even with the reduced AoE of that Abyssal Scepter, is still quite a good item for her. Violet trying to come in for a gank at top lane, but Cho'Gath is just such a tank at the moment. I don't think they really want to engage on him.
And did you see the engage at the middle lane just now where Cho'Gath just ignored Maokai entirely?
Yes,
Maokai threw all his spells on him. He's just like, raw, Migo storm through everything.
Yes.
And he just threw down a Rupture and beautiful silence onto Morg, followed up by Choi's out to kind of secure the kill there.
Yeah, the Solar Flare followed by Choi's out did secure the kill.
CCs is just too much.
It's too much CC. Mecha Cho'Gath does not care about anything at the moment.
And glowing red that he is. Next water, just gonna pick up the race. And wow, Judy here almost getting hit by the resonating strike. Would not spell anything nice for SAJ. If he got hit, well, he doesn't throw it out again.
It looked like SGS was trying to go for an engage there, but decided to back off. Smart thing to do. They do not want to waste their summoners and spells onto the supports. We have seen a few games yesterday and the day before where games were actually lost because too much focus being put up on a support champion such as Alistar.
Yeah, I do recall that match. Leona, it was one.
Yes.
Yeah, they put out so much focus on Leona, and the rest of the team just got destroyed by the enemy's DPS.
Yeah, it sure was. And meanwhile, we do see they're just both teams kind of trying to push back the lanes. Not sure what to do. Dragon is not up. Baron is there, but it might be a risky move to take at the moment. So both teams just waiting out, pushing back the lanes, trying to see what they do. Violet might be trying to go for a gank on Cho'Gath, but he's having quite a number of second thoughts on that gank at top lane.
Should I stay or should I go? I have no idea.
And Equivocal just trying to be hotshot GG here, just pushing top lane, not caring about anything else, and just stomping down top lane, not caring about the jungle, not caring about anything else at the moment.
Think of it, he has been doing it for the entire game, except the only time he had presence in the map was during that dragon.
Yeah, it sure was during that dragon, the kill on Morgana.
That's it.
And the one kill he did get at bottom lane at the start of the game, Archie as well. Then besides that, he's hot shot just that top lane.
Oh, here we go, Equivocal. But pushing top is a good way to kind of win the game. QTV getting poked a little bit, and wow, no way to trade with Equivocal at all. Rupture going down again, followed up by the silence in a few seconds time. Well, yeah, but it kind of misses because his movement is too fast. As I was saying, it is a good way to continuously push top because Jace now is just locked up in such a horrible position where he is not able to help the team, and it's a good strategy because Violet here getting poked a little bit, and Snare goes down. Hallelujah, tapping all the way in. They do decide to back out though, as the rest of the team is pretty far away. And as I was saying for Cho'Gath, having him push the top lane is a very effective strategy because in terms of utility, Jace just brings so much to the table with just one spell. The acceleration gate is just going to help them catch up with the entire SGS team. So by locking him up at the top, it kind of destroys SAJ's potential to do that.
It sure does. Meanwhile, we do see SGS taking down that second turret in the mid lane. That's going to be great for them. They're going to have a bit more map presence, deny a bit more visibility to Sion Jokers, and going to help them get into this late game better. And with that tower going down relatively early at 23 minutes, SAJ going to have to put out a bit more wards, be a bit more cautious around their own jungle. We do see SGS picking up another dragon of the game. Lee Sin just smiting that one, and they're going to base and try and grab their item.
I do foresee all the dragon going to SGS from now onwards.
Yes, they sure will, especially with that.
And here you go. SAJ here just gonna run into the mid lane. What a great thing to comment on.
Yes, an excellent thing to comment on after we're getting distracted right there.
Yeah.
Not something we want to do, so let's get back into it. We do see Nexwater picking up that blue buff there. SGS coming back down. We do see they picked up a few items, and it does look like Cho'Gath's gonna get that frozen mallet. We do see him pick up a giant's belt there.
Or he might be trolling us.
Oh, he might actually.
And going for a Warmox instead.
A Warmox this lane.
Even Sunfire is decent. That armor boost. Oh no, he does does have Frozen Heart, so I doubt he will need the armor anymore. But wow, look at Choi. Choi's farm, 249 sitting on 1 kill, 5 assists. Just as their Athenes and Death Cap, his cooldown reductions and all the damage coming out is gonna devastate the entire SAJ team.
When he does get blue buff donated by Hallelujah, he's gonna have almost 40% cooldown reduction.
Yeah.
Which is gonna be really good for Chowie here. We do see Hallelujah picks up a Spirit Visage and a Phage. I don't really see a Spirit Visage built that often on Lee Sin. It would actually work well with his safeguard. That it will allow him to actually because it does scale on AP. The shield does scale on AP,
and that smite. We have seen one play where the player used smite to sustain his health.
Yes, it sure does.
Wow,
The second part of safeguard does actually give extra spellbound and lifesteal. So that might actually be why he's picked that up here. We do see Darkness as a true support picking up the Shirelle is really going to help his team get that a little bit of extra boost during the fight. And Equivocal here putting down a blind rupture, not able to get anything. We do see that blue buff being picked up by Chari here.
And no need from Hallelujah at all.
Beg your pardon?
Huh? No need from Hallelujah to pick up the blue buff at all.
No help from Hallelujah. I see. Meanwhile, we do see SAJ here trying to get some vision back in their jungle. I think if Darkness does have a ward, not a ward.
They are really desperate to get vision.
Darkness does have another Oracles there, so he's going to take away that ward straight away. We do see Violet has an Oracles as well, but he is a bit behind compared to Hallelujah.
He is really behind.
Yes, he sure is, and he actually only has really his 2 Gopher 5s, and it looks like he's trying to complete what would be a late Aegis of the Legion here. Meanwhile, we do see picking up that second tower, denying more map vision around the bottom side.
Yep, SGS here definitely going for a trade. You can see top lane, Jace already pushed all the way in, and SGS here just going to dive into the base tower, disregarding everything. Hallelujah, getting caught by the binding. Now Violet here in a little bit of a bad position, dropping down really, really fast. Without his items, he wouldn't be able to tank. Darkness here getting a little bit too deep. Hallelujah here might be taken out. Great out by Nick Water, gonna secure 2 kills. No, it does not connect. It does connect, but great safeguard there by Hallelujah. Just gonna get him away. Choi here going in for the engage. He is getting very, very low. Nice flash, great cleanse. Equivocal here being the man that he is, just gonna tank it out all for the team. And SGS here already really not great re-engage though. Oh, great kick. Wow, the kill on Nick's Water there. RT here. Wow, the counter plays, man. That's all I have to say.
Excellent counter plays here. Life for Life, we're trying to get the kill on QTP. Gets the triple kill and does get the ace down 1 second before Violet respawns in. It was actually 2
counter plays.
The counter plays. 2 excellent plays there by Chow. He does flash to the last.
Just Choi, Equivocal as well.
He does flash to the last minute. Uses his ultimate to actually pull Morgana away from his team to not allow the ultimate to proc and stun his teammates, which would have picked up the kill there as well. And Hallelujah dashing around throughout the fight. He did manage to bring Violet into his team with that excellent safeguard at the same time when Maokai tried to snare him. So excellent counter plays there by SGS.
Well, and I would say, the plays were just great. They were all sitting on less than 1/4 health. All of SGS and SAJ had around 3 members out of the 4 that was alive at that point of time. 3/4 health.
Yes, they sure did. So it does look like SGS trying to get their revenge on the Saigon Jokers here after that Season 2 defeat.
But honestly, in your opinion, would you say that the final game for SGS versus SAJ was kind of like SGS's fault?
It's a bit of both. They did play well, but their strategy did not work out. They get countered. So I do think their final game was kind of their fault. Well, they lost, so it is their fault.
Yeah.
Nothing. No one else can contribute to that factor. Though.
And then for the fact that they played such a risky composition at the final game.
Well, it was a risk. They took the risk. The risk didn't turn out. So it's still risk for reward. Didn't work out. Doesn't always work out. So unfortunately, it was in the final game for them. So. Yeah, it is their fault, but still, they took the risk, didn't work out. I probably said that about 10 times there. Take the risk, didn't work out.
It's all right. And SGS, you're looking in a good position to take the Baron here. And things going on QTV. Oh, Maokai here getting a little bit too out of place. And the Zenith play goes in. Doesn't pull out. Wow, great out by Darkness here. Violet here just going to melt into pieces in seconds.
Yeah, great Zenith blade there. Great solar flare as well.
And wow,
how to use the flash.
SGS really wants to ward the spot. Yes, starting 2 wards in the same area.
They want 2 wards on that blue buff. They do not want them to get that blue buff later on. We do see SGS trying to pick up Baron here. And actually, no reply coming from SAJ there. It looks like they're just going to try and take down mid-tower if they can. Let's see if SGS decide to engage on them. No, they do not. They're actually going to switch out the top lane instead. instead, they do see that SAJ are going to back away towards the bottom side, so they might make this work to their advantage by going to the top side to actually take down this tower instead.
Yep, this is a great play by SGS. And they are going to push all the way in. Yep, they look like they look in a good position to down this tower. And for the next tower, I would say that SAJ would be able to respond in time, except for the fact that Archie is still taking his red.
So SGS are still going to have a little bit of an advantage here. Going to be able to actually get some damage to the tower, if not take it down. We do see the Maokai ultimate going off, Violet going in, nobody doing any damage to him. SGS just going to try and take down this power as fast as they can. They do take it down. Now we might see the engage come out from SGS. We do see the Rupture go out, gets the Rupture on Nixwater. The spell shield is on Nunu instead of Nixwater himself. Nixwater does get really low. Darkness comes in. He is getting really low, but he's the support. SGS Chowi does pick up a kill there onto Maokai. And the Life for Life gets
Life is going to get destroyed.
He does get destroyed there. QTV, some saving grace for SAJ here. He does manage to get a few kills. Double kill there. And another kill going on to Cho'Gath there. Triple kill there.
Miraculously, SAJ came out ahead.
Yes, they sure did. With Life for getting taken down by Morgana there. SGS did not have the constant damage from their AD carry to finish up the fight there. We did see QTV was ignored for most of the fight, and he is building as an AD carry at the moment. He has 2
wow.
So it was kind of a bad decision to leave QTV alone for that fight and not do any focus any damage onto him.
I'm pretty sure SGS now learned their lesson. They might be able to focus QTV next, because QTV is a champion that requires him to jump all the way into the team fight if he is going to go for a melee and try to maximize his damage.
Yep, however, that trade still did go relatively in favor for SGS there. Even though QTV was the last man standing and there was an ace on SGS team, they did manage to take down that top inhibitor turret and get the mid lane inhibitor turret down to half health, which is still relatively good trade for SGS there.
And Hallelujah here just going to pick up the dragon, pretty much going to be free, and don't see much contest going on. Going to take it solo, and Darkness here being the support king, just going to take raise.
Yep, the support king. He actually has 41 farm.
Wow.
Quite uncommon to see on a support champion.
And my friend always said the mark of a support is 0 CS.
Yes, the mark of the support is 0 CS. We do see, excuse me, we do see Chowi pick up the blue buff, same time that Hallelujah does manage to kill the dragon there. And we actually see it looks like Life for Life is going to build into a Quicksilver Sash, so that instead of, if he does have, no, he does not, because he did take Ignite at the start of the game, so that Quicksilver Sash going to be able to allow him to sort of cleanse out of any sort of suppression or CC that is onto him. So it's going to be a actual, excuse me, a great item to pick up there, since he already does have the Trinity Force, Bloodthirster, and Last Whisper, allow him to do damage. Good damage to both the back line of SAJ and also some decent damage to the front line of SAJ with that armor shred coming from the
and that's the thing about
Last Whisper.
Top tier players. You don't actually see them picking Banshee's Veil, which is very popular in the normal scene.
Yeah,
a lot of them actually prefer to go for QSS because it gives them just so much control in terms of what CC they want to remove.
Yeah, way back when the game first came out, Banshee's Veil was actually
one of the number 1 defense item. And QTV here, wow, there you go. The aim on QTV, but Hallelujah just gonna melt in seconds. RG damage is just way so high. SGS here not looking in good position. Troy here getting focused out a bit, and no one is able to tag down QTV or RT. Out goes down RT. Hugh just negates all the damage, and Darkness here just, wow, great play by RT there.
Yeah,
and the team in general.
We did see Chowi actually trying to block the bullet on his support. Darkness, oh no, Equivocal does try to come back with
bye-bye.
And Archie actually chases onto Darkness there and does pick up the kill there. We did see Chowi try to sacrifice himself, so to speak, put the shield on himself, block the ace in the hole coming out.
He totally did not anticipate the flash.
He did not anticipate the flash, and Archie was still managed to pick up that kill onto Leon there. Really bad fight going down there from SGS.
The AoEs
coming out from Saigon Drums was just too good, and all the damage went onto Junie, and we also did see Hallelujah get taken down really early into the fight, so it became effectively a 4v5 for SGS at that time when Hallelujah got taken down. But they are still 7k gold, actually no, 6k gold in the lead at the moment, so they do still have a slight advantage compared to Saigon Jokers. So let's see if Saigon Jokers are still able to pull this back into their favor, or SGS start to show that they're in the lead and start to prove that they're in the lead.
Yeah, but if you look at the composition, who do you think has the late game comp? I would say I personally prefer SAJ's comp. Morgana and Maokai is just so tough, and they have QTV and RT at the same time, just dishing out so much physical damage the moment they get Last Whisper, which is an item Caitlyn already has. SGS is just gonna melt in seconds.
Yes, it sure is. And even though Caitlyn is known to be a really good mid game and early game champion, with that Nunu giving her extra attack speed is going to help her scale, as we said before, scale better into the late game. And because attack damage carries rely mostly on their auto attack for damage and not really so much for their spells, Caitlyn does have a slightly larger range than Ezreal here. So she is going to be pretty useful in the late game combined with as you said, the Morgana, Jace, Maokai as excellent late game champions for SAJ. They do have a better late game here, but SGS do have 2 inhibitor towers down. It looks like they're going to try and push onto this bottom inhibitor here. We do see Violet popping down his ultimate, trying to negate some of the damage coming down, but SGS and SAJ both decide to back off here.
Yeah, SGS is definitely going to play it safe this time around after losing 2 fights in a row, both times getting aced, and the previous fight is just a 1-for-5 trade-off. So SGS here just gonna back off, deciding that, man, we're not gonna engage this time and just try to get control of the jungle as much as we can. And our next team fight, I would say, would decide who wins this game.
Yeah, I think so too. And because SGS did manage to take down those second turrets in the mid lane and bottom lane relatively early compared to Saigon Joker's push on top lane, they do have this map vision and map control that Saigon Jokers do not have in the moment. So even though Saigon Jokers are showing a bigger presence in team fights as of late, they do not have the map presence that SGS have, and it allows SGS to try and further the lead by taking jungle buffs and denying jungle camps to Saigon Jokers.
And Mixwater going for the double buff instead of having built up his final few items, and that just comes to show that they are mentally prepared that the next few engages are gonna be the last.
Yeah, we do see majority of the champions on Saigon Jokers actually picking up some few elixirs, as you said. Caitlyn has one. We do see one on QTV, and we even saw one on Charlie from SGS. So
Charlie had a blue elixir there.
Yes, he sure did. So it does look like both teams know that the next few fights are going to be critical to who wins this team.
Look at the Baron.
And yes, as I said, who wins this team wins this game. SGS are going for a Baron. Saigon Jokers do know about this. They might be going in for an engage here. They do get some good damage into life for life. Snowball goes down. Equivocal does get snared by Morgana. Good damage going down to Equivocal, and that's not what you want to see. Do not want to see your main tank get poked down to half health right before the team fight starts. And they were in a bad position because they were in Baron Den there. Saigon Jokers smartly pushed them out of Baron there and decided to back off as well. So great play by Saigon Jokers there.
Great deterrence, and now SGS will be in a really tough spot if they do want to contest with Baron, especially when Equivocal is sitting on half health.
Yeah,
it's very hard to pronounce his name.
I actually had an argument with one of my friends right after I did my first GPL stream. He was saying it is not Equivocal, it's Equivocal. You have to say Equivocal, so now I'm forcing myself to say Equivocal. But I don't know, I have to ask him after this game actually.
I don't know, is it because of my Asian tongue or something? I just can't pronounce the way you say. Can you say it again?
It's Equivocal, if I'm not
Equivocal. I can't get it right, it just sounds weird on me. I'm just going to call him Equi from now on.
Okay.
It suits my tongue better.
When we see Darkness taking out some wards from the Baron Den, I think there was a ping ward down there. I do think he lost his last oracles there. We don't even see Violet having an oracle anymore at the moment.
And you do see at the Baron buff, look at the wards, is blue, red, blue, red. It's kind of like, what's that game? There is a board game that kind of has that effect. Checkers?
Battleships?
Battleships, yes.
Battleships
and it's in perfect order as well.
Yes, we do see quite a number of wards coming out of this Baron Den.
The number is an understatement.
Yes, it sure is. Just trying to give as much vision as they can, so if one champion does run into the fog of war, they still have good vision on them, trying to take out any sort of fleeing champions going away from a Baron fight there.
Oh, and Equivocal here. Equi. I just pronounced it wrong again. Equi just gonna use his to consume on very, very low health creep to kind of like stack up his buffs. And we do, well, there's no engage going on. I thought they were going to swing to the dragon, but dragon is a bad choice to go for now. You go for the dragon, you risk losing Baron.
It sure is, and dragon only gives a bit of gold, which is not so much required in the late game. Most champions already have the items. They don't really need that extra gold to stack up on more items.
You need the buff from Baron.
Yes,
that is the important one that can change team fights.
You need the buff and the extra health regen that Baron gives to help push down turrets and maintain and actually have a better team fight presence. And also, Baron does give quite a bit of gold itself, as does
300.
Yes,
it's like one champion kill for every single member of the team.
Sure is, and we do see Archie has a Guardian's Angel here, and Life for Life has not managed to pick up his Quicksilver Sash, so Archie does have one defensive item onto Life for Life here, but we do see that Archie does only have a Vamp Scepter compared to Life for Life was completed Bloodthirster, which you'll already be able to stack up here.
But that, as you were saying, the noodle buff is just going to allow her to keep up with the DPS.
It sure is. It's going to act as if he has an extra attack speed or an extra Phantom Dance here. Not so much the crit chance, but Archie is going to be attacking extremely fast and moving extremely fast, along with that Caliber Net to put her into good position and flash as well. So Archie's going to have great positioning during team fights, and I hope you remember where his base is this time, because that is going to be important in the next few fights.
Well, it seems like he has become a little bit smarter this game, so I doubt he'll be making a mistake. So SAJ here going for a very, very smart move of going for the Baron, as they are aware that SGS has no wards. And wow, Revelry, they really, really want to get there inside. Revelry being popped means. And SAJ picks up the Baron. Mixwater goes in for the flash, throws down her out. Will they be able to connect? Mixwater gets really, really low. Nice hourglass there being used. But she does get taken on Archie here, looking really, really bad. But Jace just desecrating around the map. But he does get taken on Archie here, getting really, really low. But bye-bye.
Excellent play there by SGS. They did manage to take Nixwater out of the fight really, really, really fast. And we did see the impact of the wards at Baron. Even though SGS did not have that many, we did see they needed that extra vision onto Nixwater to take him out with that last bit of health. The solar flare coming down from Leona to actually stun lock him. And Chowie with a great command attack to take him down there. Great fight by SGS there. They managed to take down both backline carries while the front line was too busy trying to take down the backline carries of SGS.
And this is probably going to be GG.
And it looks like it's going to be game here, unless the Nexus turrets, Chowie's #1 enemy here, are going to help them out. But it does not seem like, looks like SGS is going to take this game nice and solidly. And as I was saying before, they didn't leave QTV alone to do damage.
The moment he jumped in, consumed.
Yes, as soon as he jumped in, a true damage came out from Equivocal there. And looks like game to the SGS, getting their revenge on the Saigon Jokers here.
Yep. They have had their revenge a couple of times before, and this is one of those matches where they took it away again.
Yeah, it sure was. And don't go away. We're going to go for a quick break here. Don't go away. Next up, we're going to have the Bangkok Titans going up against the Manila Eagles. And even though Bangkok Titans haven't won a game yet, I still, to this date, after Elliot told me himself, I still think they're the most interesting team to watch in
BKT.
this team. Yes, we do love BKT.
And here we go, the In the League video.
At the moment, and meanwhile, actually, let's quickly talk about the Keep Calm and Fear Not stage.
League of Legends is played in 5 versus 5 team combat. Each player controls an individual champion, using its unique abilities to aid allies and destroy enemies. Each team has a base filled with minions, turrets, and most importantly, the nexus. The first team to push into the enemy base and destroy their nexus wins the game. Players kill enemy and champions to acquire gold and experience, growing stronger over the course of the match. Gold purchases powerful items, while experience allows a champion to level up and improve their special abilities. The scoreboard at the top of the screen shows you how many champion kills and how much gold each team has acquired. While these numbers are good indicators of how each team is performing, the only thing that matters is the destruction of the Nexus. No game is truly over until the final seconds.
My favourite champion is Amumu.
Come play with me.
Amumu can change team fights hugely. The aspect of flashing onto an entire team is what drew me to Amumu. Just press F key and then press R and a team fight is completely changed. Like, you've caught 5 people off guard instantly. When I'm playing Amumu, I like to have a Froggen, for example, something that can AoE burst the whole team. Whether it's Brand, whether it's Annie, with Amumu, the synergy, the burst damage is quite important. In Season 1, I was 1v5 pretty much, and they were all pretty low after a team fight. I managed to flash over, steal the Baron, all 5 of them, kill 3 of them before I died, and stole Baron as well. It was awesome. I just decided to have fun in solo queue once with Amumu. I decided to buy things like Deathcap and Zhonya, and it was just like one-shotting people with your ultimate. Like, the ratios in his ultimate is really, really good. If you just build him flat AP, you're really squishy, but you can catch people off guard.
Let me give you a hug. Ah, okay.
Especially if you're jungling Amumu, be very careful in your early game. If they can invade on you, if you have strong jungles like Shaco or your Shyvanas or Mundos, if they come into the jungle and try and take you on, you'd be really careful. It's just like a patience game with Amumu. You really want to wait to the mid game and late game when team competition plays an important part in the game. Amumu can start team fights, disengage team fights. As I said, when you flash ultimate in a team fight, you can clearly see what you've done in that team fight. You've caught 5 people off guard. He plays a vital role in team comps. I really like to be involved in a team fight. I like to have done something and had something to show for it. My name is Stephen Ellis. I'm Snoopy from Counter Logic Gaming Europe, and my favourite champion is Amumu.
Yan! So yan, magandang gawin sa lahat ng nanonood. You are now watching GPL live dito sa Garena PH office.
Yes.
I'm with
I'm Gia Meow.
Yan, no need for further introductions. I'm GM Chef and I'm with the beautiful GM Meow. So, game 1 kanina, napaka-critical ng mga nangyari. SGS versus SAJ. Pumalag naman sa dulo yung SAJ, pero yun nga lang, kulang na sa battery. Ultraman syndrome, nalobat na. Outburst last na, wala, nakuha pa rin ng SGS. Na-redeem nila yung sarili nila after losing to SAJ during the Season 2 championship. So, good job, SGS.
Wow.
So, ayan, before we start, we'd like to thank our sponsors. I will let GM Meow take the floor.
Yes, so thank you to ECS Elite Group, BenQ, Power Color, SteelSeries Professional Gaming Gear, our official hardware partner, PC Works, and our official venue partner,
Pacific Esports.
Yes,
so, yan. Sa lahat ng nag-aantay, ito na, ang main event para sa Pinas. It's between Bangkok Titans and Team Manila Aguilas. So, last Friday, sad to say, ayan, based on the standings, sad to say that
we lost to Taipei Assassins.
Hindi tayo mapalad. And so far, Team Manila Aguilas is ranked 5th. Out of 31 games played, they have 9 games won. So, hindi magandang pangitain to, pero hopefully, ngayong gabi, manalo sila.
So, merong silang lamang na 4 wins sa ating Aguilas.
Yes. So, inaantay na lang natin na mag-start.
4 lang yan. Kaya naman
Papalag naman Inaantay na lang natin mag-start yung game. All players for both teams are inside the room now. And while waiting, ito na naman tayo sa ating Watch and Win promo.
Yes. So, last time ng Friday, ang
Reverse.
ating prized skin ay Reverse
Reverse
Annie.
Annie.
Ngayon naman is Blight Crystal Varus skin.
Okay, yan. +1 rune page. The instructions are simple. Watch the shoutcast or watch the match of Team Manila Aguilas versus Bangkok Titans tonight. And after the game, we would post a question in the official LOL Facebook fan page. And first 10 people unedited na makapagsagot will
Ang mananalo.
win the Black Varus skin.
Yes.
Nadidistract ako. Ayan, aaminin ko na. Nadidistract ako ngayon and dahil kasi I'm proud to say my parents and my whole family is here. We like to recognize the presence of
Hello,
my
Daddy
mom and my
Jim
dad. Ang ayan, pinapabati ko. Pinapabati ng dad ko. Poging-pogi daw siya.
Yes. Para lang siyang kuya ni GM Ship.
Parang tanda ko na tingnan.
Hindi, ganun lang kabata yung
So,
dad
ayan.
mo.
Sometimes, ayan, I'm very proud kasi kahit pa ba, di ba, usually, when you're a gamer, hindi naman madalas pinapagalitan ka.
Yes.
Pero, since this is a professional work na, pero dati namin ko pinapagalitan ako. Mga alas
Lahat naman yata
gabi
tayo.
na, hindi pa ako umuwi. Sasabihin sa akin, anong oras naglalaro ka pa rin? Tapos mahuhuna, tutulog na silang lahat. Nagpi-PC pa rin ako.
May naririnig ako. Chung, chung, chung. Na.
Ayan, so ayan, very thankful ako nandito sila ngayon para makita kung ano ang ginagawa talaga ng isang GM dito sa Garena. So ayan, everyone, antay-antay na lang kayo. When we come back, game on na tayo. So you are now watching sa lahat nakaka-tune pa lang GPL Live. It's between Team Manila Aguilas and
Bangkok Titans.
We will be back.
League of Legends is played in 5 versus 5 team combat. Each player controls an individual champion, using its unique abilities to aid allies and destroy enemies. Each team has a base filled with minions, turrets, and most importantly, the nexus. The first team to push into the enemy base and destroy their nexus wins the game. Players kill enemy minions, turrets, and champions to acquire gold and experience, growing stronger over the course of the match. Gold purchases powerful items, while experience allows a champion to level up and improve their special abilities. The scoreboard at the top of the screen shows you how many champion kills and how much gold each team has acquired. While these numbers are good indicators of how each team is performing, the only thing that matters is the destruction of the Nexus. No game is truly over until the final seconds.
My favourite champion is Amumu.
Come play with me.
Amumu can change team fights hugely. The aspect of flashing onto an entire team is what drew me to Amumu. Just press F key and then press R and a team fight is completely changed. Like, you've caught 5 people off guard instantly. When I'm playing Amumu, I like to have a Froggen, for example, something that can AoE burst the whole team. Whether it's Brand, whether it's Annie, with Amumu the synergy, the burst damage is quite important. In Season 1, I was 1v5 pretty much, and they were all pretty low after a team fight. I managed to flash over, steal the Baron, all 5 of them, kill 3 of them before I died, and stole Baron as well. It's awesome. I just decided to have fun in solo queue once with a Mumu. I decided to buy things like Death Cap and Zhonya's story, and it was just one-shotting people with your ultimate. The ratios in his ultimate is really, really good. If you just build him flat AP, you're really squishy, but you can catch people off guard.
Let me give you a hug. Ah, okay.
Especially if you're jungling a Mumu, be very careful in your early game. If they can invade on you, if you have strong jungles like Shaco or your Shibanas or Mundos, if they come into the jungle and try and take you on, you'd be really careful. It's just a patience game with a Mumu. You really want to wait to the mid game and late game when team composition plays an important part in the game. A Mumu can start team fights, disengage team fights. As I said, when you flash ultimate in a team fight, you can clearly see what you've done in that team fight. You've caught 5 people off guard. He plays a vital role in team comps. I really like to be involved in a team fight. I like to have done something and had something to show for it. My name is Stephen Ellis. I'm Snippy from Counter Logic Gaming Europe, and my favourite champion is Mumu.
And we're back!
We're back! Grabe ngayon ko lang napansin, napaka-rosy ng yung chicks ngayong gabi. It's so... Talagang...
Hindi, si Baron lang yun. Mapula kasi si Baron eh.
So ayan, ito sa lahat ng kakapanood pa lang, you're now watching GPL Live dito sa Garena PH office. The battle between Team Manila Aguilas and the Bangkok Titans has started. So ayan, nakita natin, banning, first to ban, Bangkok Titans Twisted Fate. Medyo matagal-tagal na itong hindi lumalabas sa radar. So,
why do you think ngayon si Twisted Fate ang binadya?
Ayan din ang malaking tanong. And sa lahat po pala na nanonood, we are sad to say that Kaigu won't be playing tonight because
due to
he is physically sick. Yan. Pero yung game spirit niya, nandiyan naman siya para sumporta sa Team Manila Aguilas. So,
yes.
ayan.
Emotional support.
Yes. Kaigu, magpagaling ka na, okay, para makapaglaro ka na next week. And now for Team Manila Aguilas, first ban nila si Rengar. No questions asked. May trauma tong team na to kay Rengar dahil sa nangyari. 2 weeks ago, aray, kinain sila ni Rengar sa top.
Rengar ng what team?
It's KLH. Saigon Jokers. So, napakakate. Walang nagawa ang... mundo top natin na si Snowy noon that time. And so far, ito, second ban and third ban of Bangkok Titans is generic Morgana and Shen. Yes. SOP pang normal game na lang to. Wala nang tanong-tanong dito. And for Team Manila Aguilas, Diana and Malphite as well. Ito, Diana, kahit sa PH, autoban na rin to.
Yeah, recently.
Kasi grabe yung grabe yung skills nito imba talaga.
Yung burst and yung shield niya, nakakaloka.
The burst is so painful kapag mabilis ang daliri mo. Kahit 3 ulti, kaya yung pagsunod-sunod, basta matamaan mo lang ng first skill mo. And yun, Malphite, I guess, since this patch is... Another generic ban na to for this patch kasi sobrang buffed up talaga yung skills ni Malphite dito. And eto, in the pickings,
yes, we're going to use the Vayne Nunu combo.
Yeah, paborito mo. Paborito, Nunu. Parang tayo maglalaro ngayon.
Oo nga.
Support and AD. So, ayan, sa Bangkok Titans, they first chose Ezreal. Ezreal, no questions asked. Top 3 na ADRs is Corki, Graves, and Ezreal. So, kahit ano sa tatlo, piliin mo. And so far, ito, nakita natin, seryoso, mukha ng ni
Snowy and
Misery. Talagang mukhang may paghuhugutan to ngayong gabi. And so far, ito, Nunu, Vayne combo, the attack speed, Blood Boil, plus Vayne second skill. Pag nag-proc ini, aray. And,
Masaki.
Ito, so, strategy-wise, I think both teams are more or less aiming for the bot lane kung paano sila mag-focus dito. Better make good decisions and adjustments sa simula pa lang kung ano yung bot lane kasi as the game progresses, ADRs most of the time are the most influential play roles para sa game kasi kung pugo ang ADR mo, wala kang burst damage, aray. Pero ikaw, GM, anong masasabi mo dito sa rating 1 to 10 kung as Nunu yung support? Sinong pinaka-perfect na support para sa'yo?
Well, doon sa nakita natin na game last Friday, Vayne and Lulu was really...
Masakit din. Masakit din
viable din Pero for me, I think Nunu and Vayne.
Yes. So parang kung mag-focus lang dito si Vayne ng pure damage because yung attack speed, blood boil naman na binibigay ni Nunu, parang isang calculating, almost close to one Phantom Dancer yung item, yung skill na binibigay niya. Sobrang attack speed-wise, it's a force to be reckoned with. Pag hindi mo binantayan ng maigi yan, yari ka na. And continuing the pickings sa Bangkok Titans has chosen Maokai. Jungle. No questions asked. Maokai has a very threatening presence pagdating sa Clash. The ultimate as well as the gap closing abilities and yung saplings, parang temporary wards na pag dumaan ka may damage pa. On the other hand naman, Team Manila Aguilas, Lee Sin, Gragas. Gragas.
Ayun. Nafe-feel ko na ang Gragas mid ni Easy later.
Gragas, napanood din natin sa Season 2 or the past games, ginamit din to ng SAJ, ginamit to ng SGS. Ang sakit. Tamaan ka ng ulti nito, yung first skill niya, the barrels, super long range, pwede mo i-activate, pwede mo pasabugin at your will or maximize the cooldowns. It's very in team fights, kung magamit mo ng maayos yung ulti ni Gragas, you could separate champions of the opposing team. Yes. On the other hand, final lineups for Bangkok Titans would be Jace for top. Ito yung isa sa mga uncontested. Nakita naman natin kanina ang Jace ng SAJ, naka-double Bloodthirster plus IE. So pumalag nung huli, yun nga lang, it's too late. Okay, Tarik Ezreal. So stun ni Tarik plus second skill, first skill ni Ezreal. Nako, focus damage. And last but not the least, Rice. Ano masasabi mo sa Rice Gragas kung sakali man?
Rice Gragas. Extra rice, no?
Extra.
Hindi pa ako gutom.
Hindi ka pa gutom. So we'll see kung kakainin nga ba ni Gragas si Rice or baliktad ang mangyayari. Pero yun nga, we're just waiting for the last champion of Team Manila Aguilas dito. Lee Sin for jungle against Maokai. Mas mabilis. So
we're just waiting for yung solo top hero ng Aguilas.
Mas mabilis ako yan. Comparing the jungles mo na habang eto Skarner. Nako, hindi ko, sino ang pinakatanong dito, sino ang magiging top and jungler? And so far, anong magiging hatol? Misery would be Lee Sin would be the one to jungle versus mukhang nagkakalituhan pa. Nagkakahiyaan pa mga kaibigan. So I think this would be the final lineup, I guess. Snoy would be on top versus Jace. Probably kung palos kumilos dito si Snoy, kick in, dash out, pwede niya damage si Jace na hindi siya tatamaan, it would work well. Pero if the timings are wrong, delegates ka dito, sir. The mid lane, probably in the earlier part of the game, I would give the advantage to Gragas. At hindi natin alam kung ano nangyari. Mukhang may onting something na nangyari na biglang nawala ang
may nangyari sa ating Bangkok
Titans. And with that, binabati rin namin ng forever #1 fan na lagi nandito sa office kapag may laban ng Manila Aguilas, si Ryan, tsaka syempre ang ating DJ na lagi nagpro-promote.
Hello nga pala kay Papa Kiel ng Barkada FM.
So ayan, I think we're going to remake the game, and habang nag-remake tayo again sa lahat ng nanonood, wait for the game. May watch and win na naman tayo if you say or give the right answer sa aming itatanong mamaya with regards kung anong mangyayari din sa laro. You will be rewarded
with a Black Crystal Virus skin and 1 rune page.
Kaibigan. So ayan.
Only 10 winners. First 10 winners.
First 10 unedited answers na tama. Kasi yung post kapag mali yung sagot. Biglang i-edit na lang yung sagot nila. So, yun.
Madaya.
No editings. Okay? So, ayan, habang inaantay nating mag-remake. So far, lineup-wise, yun nga, sa lane discussing Rise and Gragas. Earlier part of the game, makakapagharap si Gragas doon kasi layo eh.
Yes.
So, kakainin niya yung Rise sa simula. Pero, hindi natin masabi kasi when Rise, knowing
maybe
Rise.
farming-wise,
Oo.
mas makapag-farm agad mo na si Gragas.
Pero yun nga, kapag left unattended yung Rise na yan, ang ganda kasi nung yung mechanics niya ngayon, yung skills niya, and as well as the AP scaling and yung abilities niya work in sync do sa mga, kunyari, makakuha ka ng Roa, makakuha ka na, pag naka-Rabadons na rin yan, sakit na rin yan.
Sa bagay.
So, ayun, you have the Ize or Ize who would play mid has to be very careful not to overcommit or extend the lane. Ito naman sa Skarner and Maokai, mas mabilis mag-farm si Skarner. Yun nga lang, on the other hand, mas maraming gap closing or ganking ability si Maokai. So, kailangan kasi para mas low yung kalaban, kailangan pa lumapit ni Skarner. Or kailangan pa niyang mag-level 6 para mahugot niya.
Yeah.
So, yun ang pinaka
naalala ko yung
critical dun.
Game natin kagabi, James. Meron kayong Maokai na makulit eh.
Sa lahat ng sa lahat
nagkakaroon. May replay lang sana tayo.
May utang akong nagaraya kay GM Miao dahil sa nangyari kagabi. GM Miao versus GM Shift game. I am sad to say. Kinain kami ng buhay. Pero salamat.
Hindi naman, makunat yung Rengar mo kagabi.
Kaya salamat sa lahat ng kalaro namin kagabi.
Yes.
Okay. Kahit mga alas 3 na madaling araw yon. Yan.
Hello nga pala sa tropang B2STZDC at TPB.
Yan, nabubuking tayo mga nocturnals at insomniacs.
Yeah,
alas 3 na lang gabi, naglalaro pa rin. Okay. So ayan, the game has been remade. We're still waiting for the game to start. Medyo nagkakaroon yata ng konting technical difficulties on the others overseas. So it's Bangkok Titans having no problem. At eto na, tuloy na ulit. Pili na sir ng champion mo. So ayan, just clearing out all notifications, and so far this would be the lineup. Ize playing as Gragas, Misery playing as Skarner, Rebenga playing as Nunu, VYY as Vayne, and Snoy as Lee Sin. On the other hand, medyo
wala pa yung ibang
pang
Titans.
Nangyayari. Pero let's take a look kung ano ang kanilang runes and masteries.
Ang tawag natin sa portion na to. Ay, rune page.
Boso portion.
Rune page corner.
Rune page corner based kay GM Miao. So we're seeing pure AP defense and flat ability power as well as magic pen. Standard, I could say this is the standard build for an AP carry. So walang gimbal at nakakagulat na pangontra dito. Hardcore armors or more or less focus on early game farming ito. And looking at on the other side of the road, Misery, yan, pa isa-isa tayo. Runes, hybrid. So, Quint's movement speed, pampabilis pa. Ito yung sinasabi. What's happening? Oh my God.
I hope everything's okay
Sana,
over at Bangkok.
Yes. Mukhang na-jinx dahil may sakit si Rebenga. Si Kaigo. Mukhang nagkakaroon ng tissue.
Anyway, thank you nga pala ulit sa ating sponsors, ECS Elite Group, BenQ, Power Color, Steel Series Professional Gaming Gear,
PC Works, ang official hardware partner at di mawawala official venue partner ng Team Manila Aguilas, ang
Pacific Esports.
So, remake of the remake. So, mukhang masyadong intense ang nangyari kanina sa SAJ at SGS at nadamay na ang Bangkok Titans at MLE na laban. At pinapabati ng aming isa sa mga ating beloved esports manager na si GM Prince, si Reg.
GG Regin.
Ayan, GG Regin. Ang isa sa pinakamaraming nalarong normal game dito sa office. Promise! Pag nakita niyo yung profile niya, hindi mo akalain, tatanong mo sa sarili mo, may ginagawa pa ba tong iba? Kasi pag nakita mo yung count yung games played niya, Wins pa lang yun, ha?
Wala pa yung defeat.
Umaabot na ng 1,000 eh. Mahigit eh. Paano pa?
Mahigit,
Kung assume mo na 50-50, 2,000 kung kailan lang nagsimula. Parang naglalaro ka ng more or less 5 games a day. 5 hours mo, lol na. 1 buong taon eh. Kaya,
may trabaho pa siya dun sa lagay na yun.
May trabaho pa. Kaya hindi, yung mga tao dito sa opisina, hindi nagbibiro pagdating sa sa game na kanilang pinagmamalaki. So, kahit na kahit na kesyo anong department ka pa, we all play LOL here. Okay? So, ayan, again, pa-plug in pala ako.
Yes.
But this coming Friday, the GMs as well as the Garena staff will be playing some basketball. We'll be having some hoops. So, if you are interested on having a basketball scrim with us, just PM GM Elric or GM Gray. Kung may alam kayong basketball court na malapit, do invite us. Okay? Willing na willing kami. Sobrang kailangan naming maging fit kasi medyo...
Para ang healthy natin bigla.
Yes! Bagong buhay, promise. So, ayan. Kailangan namin maging healthy para medyo... Kaya na,
galaw-galaw
medyo
din.
tumagal-tagal pa ang buhay namin.
Takbo-takbo din.
So, ayan. Dito tayo for the 3rd time tonight. Ito na po ang hopefully final remake of the day.
I hope hindi na tayo ma-disconnect ulit.
Yes. So, natapos tayo kay Skarner with attack speed. So, pabilisang humampas ito. And magic resist per level and some flat magic resist glyphs. Pero yun nga, flat armor to. So, mas ang hinahabol ito ay mas mabili. Yun kinompensate siguro dito ni Misery na hindi siya agad-agarang maka-attack or makaka-gap close sa kalaban. Pero yun nga, mas mabilis pa rin siyang kumilos. On the other hand, we're looking at the top. Checking Lee Sin. And eto po mga kaibigan, kay Snoy. Magic resist per level. Flat physical damage, flat armor, and flat armor pen pangontra.
Oh.
Pangontra sa physical damage ni Jace. So ayan ang kopya-kopya din. Ang dami palang rune page ng mga to, 20.
20. Oo nga.
Yung sa akin, yung account ko, yung GM account ko, 20. Pero yung normal ko, hindi ako makabili ng Poor.
Ako nga, hindi ko pa napupuno eh.
Eto, hybrid. Support 2.2. Gandang pangalan ng kay Rebenga. Ayan, flat gold per level, GP10, Quints, flat magic resist, armor hybrid galing sa marks and seals. So, 17 siguro plus plus 3 sa masteries. Oh, wala. So, ayun, plus 3 sa masteries. So, total of 20. Sa simula pa lang ng laban. So, makunat ka na, sir. And looking at simula tayo sa support.
Kay BY, di yata natin nakita.
Ay, sorry kay BY. Ito. Kontra, ito, flat armor talaga. Walang kahit anong kaartehan sa buhay. Yeah. Flat magic resist, flat armor. GP10. Okay, ayan, babalik ako. I'm so sorry, nakalimutan ko si BY. Ito, si BY, di ako magugulat kapag may mana regen. Yan. Yan ang bagong uso ngayon.
Naglalagay nga rin ako niya.
Naglalagay na ng mana regen and flat magic resist. More or less, flat armor and physical damage for farming and physical armor, 15 armor for the flat defense. Kasi ang kalaban mo dito ay AP rin. Okay. So, ito. Going naman tayo sa Bangkok Titans. Nadaanan na natin si Tarik. Ito naman kay Rise. Tingnan natin dito.
Oh.
Movement speed, magic resist, health per level, and magic penetration. Walang kahit anong armor. So kung dalawin to ng physical type na champion, yari. Yun nga lang, ang kapal ng buhay. Ang taba eh. So, ayan.
Nalawi na lang sa
yes, yun na magko-compensate doon. And looking at Ezreal, eto na. Habang may oras pa, fast break. Mana regen din. So, usong-usong ngayon. At may sundot ng crit chance. So, I think, yun. May deadliness dito. So, pero hindi niya the interesting part is, hindi niya kinuha to. So, naghahabol lang siya ng slight burst.
Na pangsabay.
Sa 100 tira mo, pag dalawa pumasok, na crit, okay na. 1%. Okay. So, looking at the jungles, 23 seconds na lang. Fast break lang tayo. Movement speed. So, ito, gap closing ability, move speed, attack speed. Halos pareha sila ng build ni Misery dito.
Maghahabulan sila.
So, ito, habulan na lang. Ito, and last but not the least,
jungle din.
Jace. So, ito, wow.
Ayan, nag-concentrate na sa tatlo.
It's flat.
Masakit.
Flat physical damage. Oy, may glyph na attack damage. So, interesting yun. hindi usually you don't put attack damage glyphs kasi glyphs gives the lowest in terms of physical.
Oh,
so, it's kind of interesting na may hinahabol silang value. And binabati pala namin ang mga fellow GMs namin, GM Rob, GM Spade.
GM Rob and GM Spade.
At di mawawala.
GM Ultir, pagaling ka.
Oo nga, may sakit din si GM
GM
Ultir.
Edge.
At yan, syempre, hindi mawawala din. But
ay, nandyan ka, di ba?
Yes. GM Gray, GM Eunice, GM Ashleana, and all the GMs. GM Kaito, yan, ang adik na akali. At yan, nga pala, sa lahat po ng nakakita na at na syempre mga taga Baguio dyan, October 6,
pupunta ang bagyong GM shift.
Hindi pa. Hold your horses. Ano pa lang yun? Bale, magkakaroon ng tournament dyan ang The Net.
Wala ka pa
yes,
doon.
The Net Internet Cafe. And come October 12, 13, and 14, makikita nyo kami dyan. We will be visiting Baguio for another LOL tournament under the Garena Cyber Cafe Alliance. So it's called the GCA Cup. So for more information, you could check the LOL official LOL webpage, and as well as in-game tick nyo lang yung banner ng GCA Cup. So ito, start na tayo. Game on. We are now seeing both teams are on the for Team Manila Aguilas. 3 sa kanila ang nasa 4 pala. I'm sorry. Na nasa upper jungle ng
babantay maigi ng kanilang
kanya-kanyang
red.
bantay, and we're seeing Maokai having some saplings dun sa junction papuntang mid. In the other hand, ito evenly spread out ang Bangkok Titans dito. So I think they do not aim for aggressive junglings or invasions. Ang inahabol lang nila is to defend their jungle para lang malaman kung sino ang nandoon. And so far, ito, ayun, mukhang tinamaan yata ng sapling doon si Skarner. And ito, so far, stalemate, wala masyadong pangyayari,
everybody's still playing safe.
Yes. Ingat nilang maglaro. And so far, ito po ang mga nangyari. With that said and done, hindi na sila, both teams are now going for their normal jungle route, starting from the Wolves and going for the blue.
Unlike nung ating Friday match, sobrang umpisa pa lang, bakbakan na eh.
Ito, yan ang interesting dito. So, I think I'm having some problems with regards to my mouse click. Hindi ko ma-zoom in kagad sa... Nag-update yata ating client, hindi ko ma-click sa mapa ang ating... game. Pero so far, we're seeing that both teams have now gotten the blue buff. Maokai for Bangkok Titans and Skarner for Team Manila Aguilas. So ito na. Sa tingin mo, ano ang posibleng maging strategy ng both teams kung titingnan mo? Anong napupusuan mo, GM?
Early game?
Yes. Dito tayo sa kay Vane. Anong tingin mo, ano yung niya? Alas niya.
For now, I think knowing VYY, syempre, kukonsentrate muna siya sa kanyang farming. Pero grabe yung buhay ni Ezreal, ba't nabawasan? Ay, nagchupuyan na sila doon kanina.
Yes, nagsusungkita na sila. And apologies, so far I think we're having some difficulties with scrolling down, pero we'll see how we could compensate this. And Maokai in the area, tingnan natin kung anong mangyayari dito.
Ito yun early gas.
At yan, maglalagay sana ng ward si Rebenga, pero yun nga lang, the burst damage and exhaust plus stun galing kay Tarek. First blood nakuha ng
si Maokai.
Bangkok Titan. Ang tagal niyang nag-antay doon, sir. So, yun. With all things said and done, naiwang mag-isa si BYY dito. So, another advantage. At hindi na natapos si Maokai. Pinuntahan pa niya. Si Ize na walang mana dito sa mid lane.
Nice
and 2-0.
By
walang pahinga. At on the other hand, eto. Na-ignite si Vay. Nagtambol. Buti may cleanse. Kung hindi, patay kang kuya ka.
Grabe. Ganun ang nagagawa ni Maokai early game. Grabe,
ang tindi ng mga pangyayari ngayon. So far, ito, hindi mag-auto pa. Manual mode tayo ngayon. I'll be discussing ito. Kung it's very unusual na, yun nga, sabi natin na hindi siguro na sense din ni wala kasing wards dito sa baba kanina. Hindi akala siguro ni Rebenga na
hindi niya ina-expect na ganun ka
umiikot pa. Pero yun nga, yung sinasabi ko, level 2 early game. Level 2 pa lang si Maokai.
Oo.
Kayang-kaya na niyang gumank talaga. Basta makuha lang niya yung
kanyang snare.
Snare. Wala nang
nakakagulat yan
delegate sa talaga. And dalawa ang nabiktima dito. Ito, Skarner. Sinubukan kunin si Rise sa katulong ni Easy trying pero hindi umabot kasi nasa na.
Pero you think kung nag-commit sila makapatay na si Rise? Yun nga lang more
pwede,
damage
kaso
taken.
lang delikado kasi nasa Torre na So alanganing sitwasyon. And so far, ito 2-0 total team goal difference. 1,000 na in the 5-minute mark. So ayan, ayaw. Okay. So again, yan, watch and win. Mamaya, antay-antay lang tayo. Pagkatapos niyan, rekta na tayo ulit in-game. So eto po, pumasok na. I'm very sorry we had some technical difficulties. Pero yung bumawi, Skarner versus Jace. Kasama ni Skarner, si Snoy, and patay, sigurado, Dudamat. Ang sakit, ninaabutan na. And eto, dito naman tayo sa bot lane. Vayne trying to make a comeback to redeem the lane again. Pero so far, CS Wise lamang si Ezreal ng 5 CS lang. Yun ang doon. Pero yun nga lang, ang critical doon is first blood pa rin. Okay, yun ang doon. Na ang laking kasi tulong kasi ng first blood It's 400 gold. It gives you a slight chance to snowball. And the game has paused and eto. Nangyari kanina, ang pinakakailangang ingatan dito ng Team Manila Aguilas is the Maokai. Si Maokai is very dangerous.
And from what I can remember dun sa game nila nung Friday, di ba nagkaroon ng onting problema sa communication ng Aguilas na umpisa. And then nagtuloy-tuloy na yun hanggang mid. Nahawa-hawa na. So hopefully... So I hope this time
this time around hindi na maging critical yung sitwasyon.
Oo, kasi di ba parang minsan din yun ng...
Yes, nakaka-psych out, nakaka-discourage. Parang lagi na lang ganito. Wala na bang iayos to? Pero so far, I think... Team Manila Aguilas is keeping their cool kahit na yun nga, lamang ng 2 kills na kagad. Care of BKT Geno, napaka-sipag nito. Nagawa pa rin ng paraan na mag-gank yung top. So, nakikita natin dito na si Maokai, the strategy of BKT is more or less focused on the mid and bot lane. So, feeling nila kaya ng top, pero yun mali yung feeling nila
naiwan na si Top
naiwan si Top. So we'll see on how BKT would adjust on this matter. Pero so far, early game presence, nakakatakot si Maokai, which is ginagamit na yung, naging trending na yan ngayon as a substitute for Malphite or Lee Sin jungle. And eto, nagsa-start na ulit ang game and dahil sa isang pagkakapatay, 500 na lang ang lamang sa total team gold ng Bangkok Titans. And so far, we're seeing Leia farming the rates and Graga still on the lane. So, CS count, pantay na pantay ito. Pero, you have to keep in mind that Gragas has the Kage's lucky pick. So, additional GP10 item to. So, bukod doon sa farming niya, mas mabibilisan tong makabuo ng item. And eto, interestingly enough, Maokai having the boots of mobility. So, gusto nitong
mas mabilis
from one end to another. So, traveling the traveling tree. Mahiling maglakbay ito. At yan. Ayan na kailangang ingatan dito sa bot lane. When Tarik stuns, it gives enough time for BKT and VM to focus the 1-2 second skill, normal attack, first skill, normal attack combo. At yan, pag may shin na yan,
mas masakit.
Aray. Masakit talaga. And so far, looking at the CS, nako, medyo slightly naiiwan na dito si BYY. So, I think they have to be very careful here. Pero rest assured, wag kayo. Kapag yan lumakas at pinabayaan, alam naman natin kung gaano kasakit yan.
Lalo na pag tamang positioning ni
kahit walang damage yan, pag binigyan mo yan ng sobrang attack speed at max level second skill yan, naranasan namin yung kagabi. Kaya kami natalo at nagkaroon ako ng utang na nagaraya.
na yun?
Ang sakit Kahit na i-dive in.
B2SC Genji nga pala yun.
Kahit na i-dive in ko, wala akong magawa Nga
Ayan. In fairness naman, yung leasing namin.
Yes.
Si Emily Ghost.
Nakita ko si Emily Ghost maglaro. Pero ayan, going back to the game, goal difference has been consistent to 500, 2-1 score. And so far, the bulk of the gold is just all about CS. Wala nang critical na nangyayari ngayon. Tamang praning lang. And if you could see on the map, tamang wardings. Both teams have good ward areas. Halos parehas sila. Okay. Lahat talos ng junctions in favor for each side is closely guarded. At eto, ayaw ng dalawang teams na to na may mag-i-invade.
Just enough map vision for the both teams.
Eto. And yeah, binabati namin si Mr. Kaigo kahit may sakit ka. Nandito ka pa rin para sumuporta sa Team Manila Aguilas. At yan, gaya na sinasabi ko, stun sabay poke galing kay Ezreal. Napakasakit. At eto, Ize trying to go in for Rise at nandyan din si...
level 6 na si
Misery. At yan, eto, interestingly enough, Snoy level 7 and Roron level 6. So, one level behind dito si Jace. At kahit na range siya, hindi siya makapasok. Nahihirapan na dumiskarte dito si Jace.
Yeah.
Eto, pero ayun nga, looking at the builds, double Dorans galing kay Jace. At yan, tatlong barkada galing si Manila Aguilas. Gandang sipa coming from Snoy. Yun nga lang, hindi nakaalis. At yun, huli kay Skarner, ulti kay Gragas.
And everybody leaves home safely from the Manila Eagles.
Sabay, may ulti galing kay Ezreal pero walang tinamaan. Grabe, 10 barkada. Tatlong...
So what happened there? Nag-esa si Gragas and then sinipa ni Lee Sin.
Una, nag-dive in si Lee Sin, sinipa ni Lee Sin palayo sa tower si Roron. Yun nga lang, nag-blink in si Roron pabalik sa tower at ginawa naman ni Gragas, inulti niya si Roron para lumayo ulit. So, pabalik-balik at dahil nga lumayo siya, hindi pa nakontento, inulti pa ni Misery at yun, hindi na nakagalaw. Picture taking na lang si Maokai doon. Nakatitig na lang Parang okay. Nice one, comrade. I'll watch you die. Okay, yun ang storya. And we're seeing that both AP carries have now the blue buff. So, pabilisan ng cooldown to as well as mana regen. And we're seeing kanya-kanyang palitan ng damage, sir. Looking at the builds, ito napakabilis mag-farm. Ang layo ng agwat ng farm ni Snoy sa farm ni Roron. 41 to 71 as well as item-wise, the double Dorans pa rin si Roron aiming for damage. Samantalang ito, naka-Regal's Lantern plus Ruby Crystal na. So ang laki ng taba ng buhay nito. OMG. At yun, dahil nga...
we have a news.
We have some breaking news. This just came in sa lahat ng nanonood. MPGL champion DK defeats Wild.
No, remember Wild was like the 3-time champion from MPGL, if I'm correct.
Yun, news. Nabubulol ako. I'm so sorry. News flash. DK defeated Wild sa MPG.
Wow. Alam na natin kung hindi tayo papalibre mamaya.
May kakausapin ako mamaya. Makikichismis ako sa kung ano nangyari. Pero ito, game on muna tayo. So far, the bot lane is on a stalemate dito. Walang gustong aggressively talaga 100% na mag-commit. Pero so far, we're seeing just an exchange in lanes dito sa bot lane with Ezreal having 86 CS. Yun nga lang, the big kapansin-pansin dito, the CS count of Vayne is not that high compared to Ezreal. So, we could say, lamang ang top for Team Manila Aguilas. The middle lane is on a stalemate as well. But on the bot lane, I think this would go for... this is in favor of the Bangkok Titans. And jungle-wise, CS count, Skarner 45 and Maokai 46. So, pantay. So, eto. Pasok. Vayne using his ultimate. Nunu slowing. Tarik blinking out. Hinahabol ni Skarner. At ni Vayne mukhang eto. Blinking in. Skarner. Ang ganda ng huli. Sabay SS galing kay Nunu. Wasak. Grabe.
Ang bilis ng pangyayari.
Ang bilis na mga pangyayari. Talagang
Pero that was very nice communication for Team
ang
Manila.
Ang ganda ng call nun.
Yes. Kasi
parang,
sabay-sabay na nalabas ng ult yun eh.
Blink! Siguro kakatabi na yun. Pasok ka na! yung mga ginagawa sa computer. Pasok ko na! Mag-ulti na ako. Saktuhin mo. I-shoot mo sa loob. Ayun, wasak. So, very good. Ang ganda ng pinapakita ng Team Manila Agres again on the early part of the game. So far, there is a trend and there is a jinx that they have the Ultraman syndrome that come late game. Medyo tumututot at nauubos ang battery. Hopefully, this time around,
all throughout the game,
maging consistent
sila.
Sana. Ayan, pero yun nga, compensated si Vayne. Nakakuha na rin ng 1 kill. Nakahabol. So far, eto, kahit na nauna ng ang daming CS ni Ezreal, sana makahabol pa si Vayne dito. Pero looking at the items, Ezreal going for the Phage right now and probably going for the early 394s. On the other hand naman dito sa top, problemado pa rin si Roron dito at hindi ko alam kung ano nangyari. Blinking in! Maokai suppressing Snoy at nandyan din si Rai. Sinipa niya palaro si Roron. Tingnan natin kung makakatakas mo ba siya dito. At
hindi
yun
na.
Nga.
Binawian, tatlo din ang top.
So, kung may kasama ka, may kabarkada rin ako, mas malakas pa. Yun ang sumbungan tayo. So far, ito ang nangyayari. 3-3 ang score. Goal difference, interestingly enough, lamang ang Team Manila Agres by 500. Okay, in the 14-minute mark. So, ito, I think this would, because of the GP10 item. So, dalawa kay Skarner, isa kay Lee Sin, and kay Nunu. Isa rin. So, ang daming GP10 items. However, on the other hand, sa BKT, dalawa lang ang meron, ang kanilang jungle and ang kanilang support. So, tingnan natin kung anong mangyayari dito. Pero yun nga lang, Rise has now the items to create the Roa. So,
2-0 na rin si Rise.
Yes. Endgame, when this scale is problema to. Nasakit na AP, sabay may sustain pa. Good tumble para hindi tower range para hindi asimin ni NBM si BYY, pero yun nga lang exchange of
sinalo niya lahat ng skill shots ni Ezreal dun
Ang sakit ng second
What
skill.
were they planning?
Yan ang interesting dun. So I think both teams are having some cold fingers right now. Medyo judgment call wise may mga slight errors lang naman. Pero so far, eto, mukhang stalemate na naman ang nangyayari. Farming game pa rin tayo sa mid pero nakakalamang si Rise with
overextended parati ating bot lane.
Yes.
Title.
At yan, na-ignite po. I think that was too early. Early ignite at kalahati buhay mo. Condemn, cleanse. Na-exhaust si NBM. Yun, ang gandang bato. Maging effective kaya ang pag-finish nila dito. Ayan, tumatakbo. Running for his life. Ceres dies. Nakita mo yung discarding yun? Ang layo nung ano?
Oo. Binuli na lang.
Binuli na nila atin. Makakatakbo pa kaya si NBM. Hindi umabot. Eto, sumama pa si Geno. Pero yun nga lang, it's too late. Yan, ulitin ko. Nakita mo, nag-ulti si Rebenga. Ang layo ni umakyat si Ceres para hindi tamaan. Ginawa ni Rebenga. Ni BYY. Tinerd skill niya pabalik dun sa loob. Kaya walang lusot
Pasok ka doon.
Swak ka sa loob. Parang basketball ito. Shoot ka sa loob. So far.
Yun nga lang. Naiwan masyadong muto si VY. Maybe he should have just went for safety na lang muna.
Medyo alanga. Eto. Ang minamama ni Snoy, si Jace. At yun nga lang. Hindi masyadong natakot pero wag ka, nandyan ang
nag-aabang si
nandyan
Rice.
Si tropang Rice sa tabi-tabi.
Pero hindi niya alam, may dalawang agad sa likod.
May dalawang ayan.
Nagkaramdaman sila.
Medyo nauutal ako. Medyo starstruck pa ako dahil nandito ang parents ko ngayon, binabantayan ako at pinapanood ako. Medyo na hindi ako makapag-behave ng normal. Parang you should be a good boy, son. Relax dapat. Pero yun nga, dahil sa mga nangyayari so far, ito unti-unti na pong nagbabago ang takbo ng laro. Dalawang beses na pong nakuha si Ceres sa bot lane at nadamay pa dito si NBM dahil sa mga pangyayaring yan. VY unti-unti na nakakahabol with the BF Sword at 100 CS compared to Ezreal at 125 CS. So, onting sundot na lang to. Makakahabol na. Dun nga lang sa top 100 CS kay Jace. 131 para kay Lee Sin. Sa mid, nakakahabol na rin, 142 versus 156. At yan, in-out, galing kay...
Yun na nga sinasabi natin.
Sinasabi mo na, walang bawi, yun ang damage na walang bawi kung mabilis yung daliri mo, okay? Makakapasok ka, damage sabay labas.
We have an early aura from Misery.
Yes, sabay na rin sila. Si Mokoy din, naka-aura na rin and looking.
Tanggalan ng words na naman to.
Gastusan na naman ng kawawa na naman ng support dito. Ubusan na naman ng pera. And Team Manila Aguilas is now setting up for the Dragon. Nakababa na rin ang halos lahat ng champions ng Team Manila Aguilas dito. Skarner, nahuli! Si Tarik blinking out. At ang gandang ultimate pa galing kay Gragas. Isolated si Tarik at
tinanggal muna nila yung
kung ako
nagsusustain.
Kung ako si Tarik, flip table na ako. Bakit ako laki? Siya lagi ang napupusuan ng Team Manila Aguilas dito. Grabe. Suke ini.
Uncontested Dragon for
at
the Manila Eagles.
Wow! Munti ka na, pero hindi umabot. Hindi PCCs ang kanilang Ezreal ngayong gabi. Kung sumabit yun, yari. Pero yun nga, dahil nakuha nila ang Dragon, it gives enough time for Roron to push the top. Again, ang Dragon nagsuspawn, ang tower hindi. So, yun yung drawback na kailangan nyo i-calculate next time na may babalakin kayong gawin in-game. May mga bagay na nagsuspawn
isipin nyo rin kung ano yung magiging kapalit.
May mga bagay na bumabalik, may mga bagay na hindi. So ayan, with that, compensated ang total team gold difference natin. Kanina, nag-spike sa 2,000. Ngayon, medyo nag-adjust ng onte dahil naka-tower down, naka-TD ang Bangkok Titans dito. So we're only seeing a little bit, mga 1-5 total team gold on the 19-minute mark. Okay?
One tower down for the Eagles.
Yes.
And complete pa ang lahat ng towers ng ating
yun ang
Titans.
kapalit doon. At okay, eto na, Bloodthirster hindi IE. So ang kati nito, sabi ko na sa inyo,
this is for her sustain.
Yes, at hindi na kailangan ng attack speed dahil nandyan si paring Nunu.
Yes.
Para bigyan siya ng attack speed. At yan, pag eto na full stacks niya ang BT, aray ko sir, napakasakit niyan, kaya niyang sumabay. Pero so far, ito we're seeing that nagtatrabaho na po ang ating mga jungles, kanya-kanyang dewards.
I think kaya na ni Vayne makipagsabayan
Yes,
dito.
at ito, ayan. Vayne using his ultimate at walang magawa si Ezreal being exhausted. Isa na lang, pero yun nga lang, ang dami.
Nas-snare siya.
Nandun si Leia para rest baka ng kanyang tropa and double kill goes to Rise. On the other hand, dito naman tayo sa top. Patuloy ang paghaharas ni Snowy kaya wala na siyang tower dito. Score 6-6. At mukhang it gives enough time para sa Bangkok Titans na sirain ang tower. Bottom outer turret ng Team Manila Aguilas dito dahil patay ang support at patay ang ADR. Walang magbabantay. Okay, so
2 turrets down for the Eagles. And
wala
paano ba to, Jim?
Wala pa silang no tower. All towers are alive for the Bangkok Titans. Ito, dahil nga dun sa tower down na naman, it gives a little time para makabawi ang Bangkok Titans sa total team gold score. 27.3 against 27.6. So, 300 lang. May utang pa pag gumamit ng Dorans. At ayan, sinipa galing sa kawalan. Hinatak si Roron pero ang kunat gumamit ng gate para makatakas na ignite. Anong mangyayari dito? Gragas!
Ayun.
Pang last hit pero hindi na umabot.
Susupport lang. Assist.
Kung sakaling makalusot, yari.
I hope this is the first tower down for the Eagles.
Yan, sana nga masira na sana. Pero yun nga lang, nasira din ng Bangkok Titans ang middle tower ng Team Manila Aguilas.
In exchange.
At yun, ulti, walang tinamaan. At patuloy ang pagtitiran. Isa na lang! Yan.
Ayun.
Wasak na. Yun nga lang, si Maokai.
Ayun.
Nahuli. Ang ganda sana. Nag-flash in pero na-stun si Vayne. Ano ang mangyayari dito? Vayne doing as much as he can. BYY doing his best given the situation. And yun nga lang, isang suppress, isang stun plus a lot of damage coming from Ezreal. Ouch. Probably
naiwan na rin siya.
Yung nangyari doon kanina, it's called, I could say, it's tunnel vision. Pag nakita mo maliit na lang yung buhay, kaya ko to. Onti na lang. Pero hindi mo napapansin, ang dami na palang nasa paligid. So
tamang strategy lang din kung
probably dapat
calculation.
kung onti na lang, dapat hinayaan mo na lang kasi hindi naman nade-deny ang towers dito. Pag nasira yan, para rin naman sa inyo yan. So, I think it was slightly an unnecessary risk para sa Team Manila Aguilas on that situation.
They should really be careful ngayon kasi ito na naman tayo, pa-mid-game na naman tayo.
Nandito na tayo sa mid-game phase ng laro kung saan ramdam ang pagiging Ultraman. The Ultraman syndrome. Hopefully, this won't take effect in this game. Kung saan medyo naubusan ang gasolina ng ating Team Aguilas. So, yeah, we're seeing that Rabadons na rin po si Graga. So, it gives enough of long-range poke damage in advantage para sa Team Manila Aguilas. Yun nga lang, you have to keep in mind that Ezreal also has the Triforce at napakakunat ngayon ni Maokai. Pagkasama niya ang barkada dito with the Aegis of Legion, dagdag magic resist, dagdag armor, as well as dagdag damage. And eto, ulti ang sakit ng bawas mo, sir. At yan, nag-heal pero hindi na, eto, unfit for battle na po si Ezreal at hinatak po si Maokai. Maokai, a lot of damage. Nunu using the ultimate, sinipa. Hinampas pala yun ni Roron. Tarik na naman. Critical ang buhay. At ito, Vayne in the area. Medyo magulo. Iba-iba yung kanilang target. At 1-for-1 exchange. Okay, so hindi naging clear ang kung sinong itatarget nila doon. Yun nga lang, at least may napatay. Okay, so we're slightly...
They should really regroup and think about their strategy
kailangan nilang
again.
ayusin to at yun nga, slightly nagmamanifest na yung
ito yung onting mali nyo lang.
Yes, onting
Pag
mali.
di na kayo nakabawi, narektahin na kayo.
Sunod-sunod na onting mali, critical yan. Okay, hopefully they could for this. And ito, looking at the items, mas marami pa, yun nga, dahil sa GPL items, mas maraming naipon dito si Skarner compared kay Maokai. Pero yun nga lang, both teams are very careful. Skarner putting some wards at muntik-muntik na siya doon. Naiwan nga lang si Ize. Okay. So, kagulat-gulat ang mga pangyayari. At this gives enough room para sa Bangkok Titans na makuha yung Dragon. Hindi nagpapahinga ang Team Manila Aguilas. Alam na nilang mahirap i-contest at nag-decide na silang sirain na lang yung turret ng middle tower ng outer tower ng Bangkok Titans dito. So, good judgment call pa rin coming from Team Manila Aguilas kahit na medyo they did something unnecessary dun sa pag-face check dun. At least, alam na nila kung ano yung susunod na gagawin. Kasi yung iba, usually when you go, pag may nakita kayong nagda-dragon, yung iba nag-hesitate, tara, clash na natin yan. Pero ito, presence of mind, not wasting time, they push the mid at yan. 3-3. Tower score. At so far, lamang pa rin ang Team Manila Aguilas sa total team gold, 35.7k against 36.3k.
Yes, and besides, pushing towers will win you the game, not
not
always
the dragons and the barons. Okay.
Yes, or champion kills. Hindi rin
talaga,
not all the time.
It's all about the objective, the team objective of the kung anong strategy na gusto nyong anuhin dyan. Pero end of the day, kailangan nyo pa rin sirain yung Nexus and you have to destroy towers in order to reach the Nexus. Hindi mo pwedeng rectang Nexus na lang yan. And so far, eto, mong nararamdaman. Usually kasi na tamang praning dito yung both teams. Both teams are not that aggressive when invading jungle. So, pareha silang nag-iingat dito. I don't know, siguro ito yung epekto na wala si Kaigu na they have to somehow compensate and syempre playstyle wise medyo
nakaiwas si Gragas kanina.
Nakaiwas sa Sonic Boom. Ang bilis talaga ng attack ng Jace pag hindi ka alerto mo, tatamaan ka talaga eh.
Ngayon, kailangan talaga strategic ang paggalaw ng Aguilas dito na tama ang mahila ni Skarner.
Tama ang mahugot.
Kaya kasi Maokai yung hinila niya. Then nag-SS lang Maokai sa gitna. Buhay siya eh.
It's either kailangan nilang mapabagsak talaga dito. It's either Ceres or Ezreal na si NVM. Kasi bulk of the damage is coming from them. At yan, isolated na naman. Iba ang ihip ng panahon. Isolated si Roro. Yun nga lang, mali ang sipa. Palayo. Skarner, kritikal ang buhay. Tumatakbo. At yun nga lang, unstoppable na si Leia. Parang
sayang yun.
Mali ang kalkulasyon dun sa clash na yun. So, supposedly, dapat patay na si Roro. It should have been a 2-for-1 exchange. Yun nga lang, na rider kick palabas. Out of the ball game ka.
At nakapag-free hit pa siya.
Yes, at nakapag-heal pa. So, na-heal pa siya ni Tarek. At yun nga, 10-9 ang score with 1 tower down. Total team goal difference is only 200. So, 39-39 lang to. Hindi nagkakalayo.
Is it just me or nag-improve ang Bangkok Titans?
I think, thinking positive, yes. Pero yun nga, if you would look on the other side, I think Team Manila Aguilas champion-wise, ang ganda nung composition sila and their teamwork is good. Yun nga lang, there are some decisions na yung calculations based on the damage. Supposedly, yun nga, okay na sana. Tapos biglang yung sipa, yung last hit kick, kulang pa pala. Not enough vitamins. So, yun. So, probably, Team Manila Aguilas could regroup again and discuss what is their strategy dito. Kasi, kitang-kita naman kanina, ganda naman teamwork nila sa top, teamwork sa bot. Mahuli, patay, SS ni Nunu. Yun nga lang, at this point in time, yung mga usual mong tina-targets are able to sustain enough of the damage. Kasi coming from, yan, ang kunat, naka Triforce as well as Frozen Heart, eto, Rod of Ages, with also the help of the Aegis of the Legion. So, ang kunat, the buffs given, compiled, napakasakit. Plus pa yung movement speed na galing kay Jace. So, critical ang mga pangyayari ngayon. Yun nga lang, kailangan mo rin, Bangkok Titan has to be aware as well na ito, Rowa and Unholy Grail as well as the Bloodthirster na full stacks na. So, at yan, all things being said and done, Ize being left behind. Ulti, finishing blow coming from NBM, killing spree na. Blink out si Snoy at munti ka na siyang tamaan. Vayne is on the run. Na-cleanse, na-stun, na-cleanse uli. Na-snare at everything else. Rampage na mga kaibigan. At oh my God, what is happening tonight? No! This is a bad premonition mga kaibigan. I don't know if may kinaing energy drink ang Bangkok Titans at nag-boost sila dito or lobat ang ating Team Manila Aguilas. This is still...
Clearly, they had good communication within their team.
Papalag naman pero hindi ko alam kung ano nangyayari dito. And so far,
sama-sama talaga sila eh.
Bangkok Titans,
well-coordinated lahat ng...
Mukhang ang ganda ng ihip ng hangin ngayon para sa Bangkok Titans. Hinahihirapan ng Team Manila Aguilas na i-compose ang kanilang sarili dito.
Will this be their first victory?
Ang hirap magbigay ng sagot. Napapakapit ka na rin sa akin. Parang, oh no!
Parang nanonood ng suspense movie na.
Medyo... Kailangan ko nang maging seryoso dito. So, yan.
Feeling ko may pag-asa pa naman na Aguilas eh.
May pag-asa pa naman kasi tinan mo yung score.
Parati lang silang na pipitasan eh.
13-9. Kayang-kaya naman eh. Papalag naman niya kung mahuli lang ni Misery yung tamang champion para hindi na sila makaporma. Eto yun nga lang because of the advantage. Eto, Bangkok Titans now going for the Baron. At nakaabang na rin dito Team Manila Aguilas. Sensing that Lizzie is there. Yun nga lang, aray. Gragas goes down. At eto, inaabangan pa rin nila. Ano kaya mangyari dito? Will the last hit. At napakaganda. Sacrificing his life. Skarner gets the Baron. Oh my God. Ang gandang Baron steal. Yun nga lang. It's a 2-for-none exchange for the Baron buff.
So if this was a movie, what title will you give it?
Nang akala ko, hindi pala. Ayun, akala mo, panalo, pero hindi pala. Akala mo, okay, pero hindi pala. Ito yung game na minsan na mangyari, yung ang daming what ifs.
Oo.
Parang, Bakit ganun? At with that, nakuha nga, kahit na nakuha ng Team Manila Aguilas ang Baron, nakuha naman ng Bangkok Titans ang Dragon. At eto, ang dami ng wasak ng towers galing sa Team Manila Aguilas. 5 towers down against 3. So,
against 3.
Medyo...
Gold-wise, lumalaki ang gap nila.
Yes, eto na. Ang so far, 2,000 total team go, 48 to 46. Pero hindi pa rin ano yan. Yun nga lang. Eto, dalawang blue buff pa at Oh my gulay! Parang parang na-charm eh. Autopilot, dire-diretso dun sa bush eh.
Haven't they learned their lesson?
Parang dalawang beses na nangyari yun ngayong gabi. And eto, kahit na naka-baron pa, Ise using his ultimate Roron out of place. At yun nga lang, Ise, critical ang buhay. Legendary free hit. Si Ezreal, free hit si Rice. At eto, Bane! Ang layo ng suppress ni Maokai doon. Pero yun nga lang, Lee Sin at Bane na lang ang natitira. Tingnan natin kung anong mangyari. Ang kunat ni Rice, mga kaibigan. Tostado yung kanin. Rice is so hard.
Extra rice.
Extra rice to na 3 araw nang hindi kinakain. Ampaw tawag dyan. Burong-buro na. Oh my golly. Nagpapawisin ako dito kahit na yung aircon is 18 degrees na. Pakiramdam ko may lagnat ako ngayon. Okay, so eto medyo lang naman. Medyo na hindi naging pabor yung nangyari yun para sa Team Manila Aguilas. Pero yun nga lang, buti na lang nag-asim ang Bangkok Titans doon. Kung hindi, wasak yung tower, yung turret nila doon.
Oo.
Kaya buti na lang, nag-tunnel vision din yung kalaban. So eto na, the Ultraman Syndrome is on. Tumututot na ang battery ng Team Manila Aguilas dito. Medyo, they have to wake themselves up and be more solid dito sa kanilang...
Tama na muna yung mga biglang face check na yan.
2 beses na natin nakita ngayong gabi ang the ultimate face check. Parang autopilot, parang pang! Nawala ka na, parang
kita
bula.
Kita mo na sa map na wala lahat ng enemy champion. So medyo...
Muti ka na rin doon si Misery, muti ka na mahawa rin doon. So again, usually the habits of supports, kahit na
mahuli ba si Bane dito?
At ito, tumakbo! Bane, nakko! Hindi na umabot. Nuno using his ultimate pero walang damage. At iyon ang nangyari.
Bakit?
Oh no, sir! What's happening?
Why? Kita naman na medyo... Alam mo naman may Shorelia. Alam mo naman may gate.
Shorelia plus gate, movement speed, epic. At iyan, mukhang papasok na naman dito. At yan, nag-decide na rin ng Bangkok Titans na hindi na mag-ma-asem at sirain ang tower ng Team Manila Aguilas. At open ang inhibitor for damage. At ito, sigurado bagsak to. At hindi na sila nagmama-asim. They are now going to back away.
Pa isa-isa muna. I think they're going for the top tower.
At yun, medyo excited sila doon. Dalawang wards yung nilagay doon. So, alam ng Bangkok Titans kung sino ang tatargetin nila.
Hindi mo hinihintay niya si Vayne.
Yes, it's dalawa lang ang target nila dito. It's either take down Gragas ASAP or take down Vayne ASAP.
Oo.
The rest, wala nang problema.
Tingin mo anong strategy yung pwede ipangbawi dito ng Aguilas?
Nag-iisip pa ako. Kasi ang masakit dito, usually in the early part of the game, kaya naman Ang problema ngayon, sobrang kunat na nila. Pag nakita mo yung mga items, ang kakapal ng armor. And eto, nakita ko to kanina, double bloodthirster. Yan din ang ginamit kanina ng SAJ. Yun nga lang kinapos. Pero I think this time around, nagiging useful na siya. Kasi grabe yung burst So, eto, critical ang sitwasyon ngayong gabi mga kaibigan. If ever manalo ang Bangkok Titans dito, ito ang kanilang...
This is going to be historical for GPL.
Yes, ito ang kauna-unahan nilang panalo dito sa GPL. So, hold your horses. Ano ang mangyayari dito? So, ito, nag-decide na ang Bangkok Titans na walang iwanan. Best friends forever, sama-sama
Strength
tayo.
in numbers.
Yes, at alam nilang lamang na lamang sila sa clash ngayon dahil naman, yung isang, trivia, yung isang guhit na nakikita nyo, it's 100 life. So kung nakikita mo ganung karaming guhit yun,
Ganun ka, Kuna.
yes, it's critical.
Ayan na naman po si
At
Gaga.
ayan, so far,
Ang sakit
all
ni
that
Jay.
Team Manila Eagles can do is defend, and dahil sa dalawang AD carry coming from NBM and Roron, ang sakit ng kanilang damage. Kung titingnan mo, 355 flat damage.
Grabe.
Ang sakit. At
Kung isipin mo,
almost,
may stun at snare pa yan.
yes, at yung
Pag nahuli.
at lifesteal pa. Nako. Ang hirap ng sitwasyon ngayon. And so far, ito stalemate na tayo dito sa bot lane. Ano ang plano ng BKT dito? Mukhang talagang ayaw na nila tantanan. Gate has been opened for coming from Jace, and ito, warning shots of the battle. Ito, ang kanilang alak, nakabukas na aray. Ang sakit, yun nga lang. Ang burst damage at yan, wasak na ang turret ng Team Manila Agras. Pumasok na
agad si Gragas.
Leia, legendary free hit. Jace nasa likod, tumatakbo. Nunu using his ultimate. Misery trying to back away at wala tinaman ng ultimate ni Nunu at aray, ang sakit ng damage na galing kay
Talagang
kay Leia. Solid yung
naka-target lock-on kay Gragas
Oo. Yung dalawa lang ang target nila. It's either Gragas or Vayne. The rest, okay lang. Wala kang problema. At ayan, walang
ang kunat na ni Rice. May item.
malinis na ngayon ang base ng Team Manila Aguilas. I think this is going to be the turn of the tide. So, trending to sigurado. Pero grabe yung efforts ng Bangkok Titans dito, the consistency na walang hihiwalay at ito na naman sila ang tsaga nila mag-antay dito. At ayan, aray, tumatakbo si Misery, mahahabol kaya aray ko po. At ito na, mukhang ito na ang last clash ngayong gabi. Grabe, ubos ang buhay ni BYY doon at naiwan si Snoy. Sa pool, sa ultimate ni Ezreal, si Vayne. At yan, double kill at wipe out. Si Nuno na lang ang natira, support na lang ang natira. And I guess this gives a lot of room for Bangkok Titans to push. Eto na nga ba? Wala na akong masabi. I'm awestruck right now.
Nagsasayaw na si Nuno dun.
Sumasayaw na lang si Nuno and Nexus.
Congratulations, Bangkok Titans, for your first win.
My golly, wow! Yes! A moment of silence. Medyo... We would like to thank our sponsors, ECS Elite Group, BenQ, and Power Color.
Still Series Professional Gaming Gear, our official hardware partner, PC Works, and
syempre,
official venue partner, Pacific Esports.
Okay, so, interestingly enough, sa 32 games ng lahat ng teams, or sa 32 na laban, kasama ngayong gabi ng Bangkok Titans, ito ang kanilang kauna-unahang panalo sa GPL.
Yes. Medyo history maker ang Manila Eagles. First talo ng TPA.
Sila yung nakatalo sa TPA. Pero yun nga lang, it works both ways. The extremes.
Mm-hmm.
So, yun nga. Probably, parang nag-meet in between. Parang may sabihin nating lumakas yung playstyle ng Bangkok Titans, and as well as on the other hand naman, Team Manila Aguilas had the handicap na yun nga, may sakit si Kaigo. So their yung main lineup nila is not complete. So having those differences, probably na nag-meet sila in the middle, and yun nga, at nag-manifest yung mga factors na yun. So this is what you get. So pwede ba natin ipasok lang natin yung statistics of the game. So looking at the statistics, we are seeing that so far on the early part of the game, lamang ang top, stalemate ang mid, jungle was equivalent, and the bot was in favor of Bangkok Titans. Pero as the game progresses, mas nag-focus ang Team Manila Aguilas on how to sustain the bot lane na they were consistently losing. Yun nga lang, it gave enough room para sa Bangkok Titans na makapag-push sa top as well as medyo napabayaan din yung mid. So, kumapal lang ayan, gaya nga na sinasabi ko, siguro on the early part of the game nakakalamang si Gragas. Pero yun nga lang, Rice is a very good champion in terms of scaling from mid-game to end-game. Pag nagkaroon ng gamit yan,
pag naiwan mo yan,
hindi mo na kayang basagin yan. Tangke talaga yan. And with that, we're seeing here, gaya nga sinabi ko, 10-0. Sobrang ang ganda ng And kahit na medyo nahirapan si Ceres, and honestly, Ceres is one of my most watch supports for this league. Kasi as far as I know, siya rin yung nagme-make ng calls dito. So, nakapag-adjust siya, and looking at the assist, it's very
whopping 20 assists.
It's a whopping 20, meaning that every time a clash happens,
nandun siya most of the time.
Present siya. So, grabe ang grabe ang siguro map awareness din. Yun nga lang, eto Jace, hindi ako magugulat kung naging trending tong double bloodthirster kasi game 1, nakita natin na ang Saigon Jokers gumamit din yan. So, eto, kahit na malambot siya, pero kapag left unattended, both Ezreal and Jace, the ultimate poke damage makukuha mo, kakapit sa'yo yan. Malagkit ang bawa sa niya. And yun nga, burst damage, hindi makalapit din si hindi rin makapasok si Vayne. Kasi, kung may poke damage coming from Gragas galing sa Team Manila Águilas, yung poke damage galing kay Jace from Bangkok Titans was very painful as well.
Oh.
Okay. So, eto, I think not enough, wala na ako masyadong i-discuss. Halos naman lahat. Halos, there were some errors on the side of Team Manila Águilas that were very unnecessary. Yeah. First, yung warding sila, on how they face check. Nangyari yung early part of the game, mid-game, face check sila on the bush na malapit sa Dragon. At yun nga, napatay nahuli doon si Ize. As on the twice na nangyari na naglagay ng ward si Rebenga doon sa bush, sa blue buff. At dalawang beses medyo critical ang na-hold up doon. Not na-hold up din si Easy on that time. So, credits kay Leia, kay NVM, kay Ceres, kay Geno, and Roro. You played well. This is your first time winning, and good job. Napakaganda ng pinakita niya sa amin. It shows that teams na sama-sama pa rin as long as may communication.
Strength in numbers, teamwork, and good communication.
Kaya. Medyo yung bangs ko. Pinagpawisan ako. And eto, speaking of, ayan, tapos na ang laban pero hindi pa tapos ang ating
Watch and Win.
Yes, di pa tapos ang ating program for tonight. Eto na ang Watch and Win. Okay.
Makinig sa tanong.
Nang mabuti.
Drumroll.
Opo, okay. Based sa GPL standings, pang ilang win ng Bangkok Titans ngayong gabi? Okay, that's the question for tonight. The first 10 to answer it correctly will win
a Blight Crystal Variskin and 1 Rune Page.
Again, the question is, pang ilang win na ng Bangkok Titans tonight sa GPL? So, kailangan ang sagot nyo Espanyol. Joke lang. Grabe.
Pinahirapan.
Galit eh.
Pinahirapan.
Ano gusto mo? French, German, anong language?
Korean. Joke.
Para mayroon may karak, maghanap ko pa ng Korean character.
Kailangan ng Hangul.
So ayan, binabati po namin lahat ng nanonood. Again, so lahat sa mga GMs, Garena staff, and everyone here na to make this production very lively. And syempre to my parents as well as the esports department, kay Joy, hi, at sa mga tao dyan sa bahay na gumagawa ng project nila ngayon. Huwag kayo masyadong magkakalat. Okay, uuwi ako at magpapahinga.
Hi kay What's at Ice.
So ayan, this is Jim Shift.
And this is GM Yao.
Next week, we'll be back. The schedules will be posted later on kung sino-sino maglalaban. Magkikita-kita pa ulit tayo. This is GPL Live. Bye-bye for now.
League of Legends is played in 5 versus 5 team combat. Each player controls an individual champion, using its unique abilities to aid allies and destroy enemies. Each team has a base filled with minions, turrets, and most importantly, the nexus. The first team to push into the enemy base and destroy their nexus